Well, hello there, friends, and welcome to Strangers in the Night, your source for late night, the latest night VR gaming talk. I, of course, am your host, Wes. With me, as always, my good friend Eric. Eric, what's up?
What's up, Wes? Are we the only late night talk show? Like we said
That
we're
I
the
know
best.
of.
We say we're the best, but like, are we the only? like, do we have any competition that like somewhere in like Australia maybe or something?
Perhaps. So here's the thing: if we do, I don't know about them, and if I don't know about them, then they don't exist.
They can't be that good anyway if we have never heard of them.
Right. We're still the best.
Fuck those guys. I don't even know who they are, but fuck them. And fuck their late night talk show.
I'm out.
Done with them.
That's right.
Joining us as well as always, my good friend Ruuts. Guess what, man?
What's up?
I've got a key for you.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm excited. I think I'm excited for this. Is it, did my Jesus radar come in?
Your Jesus radar is ready to go, my friend. Beasts shall rise. After 3 years of exclusive coverage, I'll say that. No one else is covering this game, just us. But it's available. Steam Early Access right now. 20% launch discount. Get it while it's hot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I can't wait. That game looks
I think,
amazing.
I think he had to cut the Jesus radar though to get it launched.
Did he really?
Nope.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was going to
I
say,
just know
holy
that's the
crap.
only thing you've been waiting
Well,
for.
in
so imagine if
2022,
they
that
cut it.
might be true. I'd be like, you're out, Jesus, you're gone, man. No, I can't wait. That's super cool. And it sounds a lot more fun than the flat version of Dreams in VR.
Oh,
Although it
God.
really wasn't that bad, Wes. I just, I wish they would. Mash and I were trying to discuss it like before the show. Like, why do you think they're not putting it in VR this year? Like, what's going on?
See, I had no idea, and I was on Without Parole earlier tonight, and talking about what we're going to be covering. Literally going to go straight out of the show into Dreams, and people were like, "I got bad news for you."
No, you're not. No, you're not.
So then Brian recommends a sequel to a game called Pressure, which is a pretty cool horror themed Dreams creation that the sequel just released. And then we got the news collectively that not only does the sequel not support VR, but they removed VR support from the original version of Pressure. And I was just like, fuck it, we're not doing Dreams. Not today.
It makes me wonder, like, because I thought I read in some of the comments today when I was, I was having trouble even finding. I'd never used Dreams, apparently. I had to go through this 30-minute tutorial thing with this little fucking guy that I got to pick. I was trying to figure out how to do it. And they were talking about how, they were talking about how Dreams wasn't going to be supported in the PlayStation VR 2. And I don't know exactly if that's true or not, but it kind of sounds true now after our experience today.
So who was saying that it wasn't going to be?
I don't know. Well, just some person in somebody's comments on some random page. So that's why I can't say there's any validity to it, but it got me wondering because I went straight from there into this flat and then hearing everything you're saying. And I'm thinking, what is happening? Why is it not in VR this year? And why did they remove the VR from that? I don't know. It's weird.
VR's dead. VR's dead.
Yep, it's dead.
Again.
Officially. You heard
It's
it.
dead again, yeah.
Oh, it was resurrected and then now it's dead again?
Apparently.
Nobody sends me the memo on these things. How come I'm the only one who doesn't know?
Zuck said it a few days ago. He said that, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said that enthusiasm for the technology is, it's taken a pretty big downturn. So I wonder what Meta could have done to make enthusiasm for their products a little less enthusiastic. Could it possibly be releasing a $1,500 product and pulling an HTC and writing it off as enterprise?
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I was gonna say. Mash is like freaking out because he just heard VR's dead and he just got one.
Man. Damn it.
This is the thing. It's weird because when the Index came out, that seemed pricey. Now it seems cheap as fuck, man. Like the Index is actually reasonable. So
I'm gonna go buy some base stations now, man. Where's my Pimax?
Right.
Oh man, I know. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if he thinks it's weird that he would say that for a company who has basically banked everything on the metaverse and virtual reality and augmented reality to say, yeah, things aren't just going well, and the popularity's waning. Where are you gonna go, bro? What are you doing now? What are you gonna do?
Go check out Brad's Twitter feed from today, man. He's posting like profit reports and shit for Meta.
Oh, I saw. It's not good.
Pretty bleak, right?
It's not good. It's not good. And that's why, like I was saying the other night, when we did this unboxing, people are like, well, I'm waiting till the Quest 3. You wait till that Quest 3 comes because, everybody's thinking it's going to be 2024.
It's coming in 23, bro. It's
I
coming.
don't think so. I think I don't not think I think there's a less of it. I think it's less of a guarantee than what you think. I'm not saying it's not going to come, but everybody's like, yeah, it's coming. Don't worry. I'm worried. I'm not saying it's not coming, but I think it's closer to a 50-50 chance than it is a 90 or 80% chance.
Here's the thing: the Meta revenue charts are going to keep going like this until they get that headset out. I think that because things are going so shitty, that it's going to come out even sooner. Yeah, they're gonna make sure they get it out next.
Yeah, it's very possible. And
to compete against what, PlayStation VR 2? Why wouldn't you hold?
Well, I mean, regardless,
no,
this is the thing.
Not
the people that are waiting for the Quest 3. It doesn't matter anyway because this is the thing. This thing's $1,500 fucking dollars, man. If I want to block out light, I got to pay an extra $50. You know what I mean? It's got no way to no accessibility. You can't change the any of the shit around. So. I think the people are right to wait if they want unless you want to overpay for something, $1,500.
No, I'm not saying you should buy this headset. I'm not saying you should go buy the Quest Pro. I'm saying that everybody out there is saying I'm just going to wait for the Quest 3. I'm not going to get a PlayStation, whatever. I'm just going to wait for the Quest 3. Don't just go, don't just assume the Quest 3 is coming. That's all I'm saying. I don't think anybody right now, I'll say this right now. I don't think that anybody who is doing this as a gaming should go out and pay $1,500 for this Quest Pro headset. It doesn't mean I don't like it.
I might as well switch.
I do like this headset, but I don't think anybody should go buy it. I'm not recommending anybody go buy it who's looking for this as a gaming headset. If you want to do other things with it, you can go buy it.
You should buy PlayStation VR or PlayStation VR 2 and a PS5, Todd. Come on,
yeah.
Who
I tried
cares?
to talk him into that. I tried to talk him into that last night, Wes. He's fighting me, bro.
He's all upset because he can't carry over his friggin' App Lab titles with him. Oh, come on, dude. Really?
Who gives two shits if I can't carry over some shitty ass cooking game that I can play on a mobile headset? I'm talking about playing some of the best games out there that you're going to be able to play on one of the most state of the art headsets. That's why people were asking me last night. They're like, Eric, do I buy this or do I hold for the Quest 3? And that's why I was telling everybody last night. That's not the question, guys. The question is, do you buy this or do you wait and get the PlayStation VR 2? Because that is the question. It's not the Quest 3. The Quest 3 I don't think it's around the corner. Even if we do see it in 2023, you're not going to see it probably until October or November of 2023.
Oh, it's for sure. It'll be October. Yeah. It's definitely going to be late next
year. Do you
want
to wait over a year to get a new headset? Or do you want to consider getting the PlayStation 2 VR or PlayStation VR 2 this spring? Because we know that's coming this spring.
Right.
Here's the thing, man. Like, they're all going to get it. They want to bitch and they want to hate on it, but when they see the games and see what people are saying about, I give them, maybe I'm giving them too much credit. Maybe they'll find something else. Maybe they'll say, see, they'll point at the cord or something like that and say, see, I told you. But you know what I think? I think you need to let Todd cover some of the good games, man. I
try.
You've got him playing too much of the garbage, and now he thinks that's what VR games are. He don't even know anymore what a high, big budget, high production value VR game is. It's incredible.
I know. It's what his argument was last night. I said, dude, you have games coming that are going to be launch titles that you cannot play, in PCVR. I said you have Resident Evil 8 coming. And he's like, I don't care. I'm like, really? He's like, I go, you got Horizon, Call the Mountain coming. He's like, well, I can play games like that. He's like, I can play Saints and Sinners. I don't need the other. Like, just because something is the same doesn't mean you don't want to go play something else. You can't say that. You can't just say, well, I have a zombie game that's great on Steam I can play. Or
there's a difference.
I can go play a climbing game, whatever, or an adventure game on Steam. I don't have to have it. Trust me, you're going to want these freaking games. They're all AAA shit, man.
$300 million or whatever they spend on these games versus, the other studios that it's going to be night and day difference as far as like everything that we've raved about with Red Dead 2 or any of these mods, except for built from the ground up in VR. It's going to be amazing. And that's the reason why I could never get this Quest Pro. And if the Quest 3, depending on what I'm looking for, it's for me personally, I'm looking for a PC headset. And I want the DisplayPort. And so as soon as I heard there was no DisplayPort, this headset was dead to me because I got my Quest 2 over there and it's very similar. I was talking to Eric. I've watched a lot of videos on this thing and the pancake lenses, there's so many things that look amazing to me, but nothing looks $1,500 amazing to me. But that's somebody coming with already a headset that's very similar that can play the same games. Maybe people, so that's the thing. There's a lot of different things on this, but if it had a DisplayPort, I might have gotten it, if I'm being honest. But because I really want a official PCVR headset plugged into my 3080 Ti. I don't want the compressing. I don't want any of that bullshit anymore. So
I would buy, and this is the God's honest truth, I would buy a Vive Pro 2 before I bought a Quest Pro.
Well, at 1,500, yeah. So are they gonna? You saying that make both of them the same price? What are you getting?
Well, I mean, they are both around the same price, right?
Why would you get a Vive Pro 2 over this Quest Pro? Why would you do that?
Well, because it's a PCVR headset and it plugs into my computer.
No. So is this, dude? I'm telling you right now, I played PCVR all day with this headset. It's freaking amazing. It's one of the best experiences I've had. And I have a Vario Aero over here. I have every headset there is to know. This headset, forget about, and I played it air-linked all day long, not even with a freaking cable, is probably one of the best views I've ever seen. No God rays, beautiful crystal clear lenses. Telling you right now, again, I'm not saying that anybody should go buy this headset. At $1,500, it is not worth it. This is an $800 headset. If this was $800, I would say go buy it. Well, what I'm saying is you can't say this is not a PCVR headset. It's not. It is. This is a good PCVR headset. It's just not $1,500 worth. But I don't think there's any headset out there that I would go buy for $1,500 right now. I mean,
okay. So let's be clear about something. One, I would not buy a TC5 anything, but it was fun. It was fun to watch you get triggered. Like
that. Man, awesome. I was going to lose it. There's no way, because I know you. There's no way you would do that.
No, I wouldn't do that. Look, $1,000 is a pretty hard line for me. Like, for a headset, I really, they're going to have to do some real magic to get me to put out over $1,000. Now I get it. My PlayStation 5 along with the PSVR is going to be around $1,000, but I mean
that's not
just a headset. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
And
no,
they needed
to be under if they were $1,000, if they were $999 or $800, they would have done so much better with this headset. Because they would have had people that are gamers go out and buy it. Because really, I mean, for some of the things, there are some detractors here, but mainly, I only played it. I probably spent about 5 or 6 hours with it today, and then some time last night just setting things up. I was pretty impressed with this headset, and then some of the things that I was killing it on before I got it, like the permanent head strap. This is probably one of the most comfortable headsets I've ever worn. And I have got every head strap out there that you can put on your head. I don't know why you would switch this one out. And I already got a Bobo battery on this damn thing.
When it gets perfectly nasty over time, and you want,
I don't see that.
Well, this is the thing. You never, when you get something new, it's new mash. It's still got the fresh scent. Yeah. Well, maybe not after a day of use, but it's still, you know what I mean? It's going to look great for 6 months. I mean, down the road, I just think it would have been great that if they would have allowed you to swap it. And there's a lot of things that they didn't allow to swap as well, right? Like, I don't know. That just There's those.
Yeah,
are
I
the
mean,
few
but let's so we can't kill one and not kill the other. Sony does the same thing, right? Sony's got a non-detachable head strap. Pico 4 got a non-detachable head strap. So we can't praise Sony. Okay, I know.
Yeah, you're right. It's true.
This is a great conversation. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We need to say hello to our friends in chat. Alan Kara is here. Says that Ruuts like swapping. You know who else likes swapping?
My mom.
She does.
Yeah, she does.
PSVR 2 is the best hope for AAA VR games. It's pretty much the only hope for that old Darth. Good call.
Agreed.
Technoglitch is here. Chris Richardson is here. Daniel Kaz, what's up? Hard to get. Says, I'm surprised the guy from Upload VR recommends Pico 4 for PCVR and Quest Pro for standalone.
There
you go.
Yeah.
But Pico 4 doesn't have the display port either, guys. So
No, it sure doesn't. I wouldn't have got that anyway, but and none of them do. None of the three. I watched a comparison video today, and that was the one thing that they all had in common.
I don't know how much I'm missing it, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. Let's get back to it, but I don't know. I'd have to see another head kit set come out that's got it, that's this good, and compare it, because the compression's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I've always thought that it was overrated. The people who talk about compression artifacts. Now, I'm not going to say that's 1-to-1. You can tell a difference in like the level of detail in distant scenes and things like that, but it's minimal, and you pretty much have to do an A/B comparison to be able to notice it. It's not a detriment at all.
I just don't want to hook up through USB. You know what I mean? Like, there's jank to that as well. And there's a display port. I don't know why they've gone away from it, aside from, I don't know, I guess because it's mobile. So
it's because, well, never mind. We've talked that thing to death. Let's see here. Mind Jive is here. Losing my spot. Jungle Juice, what's up? Says, I'd rather go all out and get a Vario. Well, everybody wants a Vario, bro. Sure. Radio Runt said, I would have paid $800 for it. You know what? I probably would have paid $800 for it as well.
I'd put in there the Radio Run. I absolutely would as well.
Yeah. I think that's where it's worth. I think that's a sweet spot for it.
That's what it's going to end up being too, honestly, because
probably will.
Yeah, because there's going to be so much competition, which, I mean, they might hold tight on it because, again, let's be honest about what it really is a beta test for a lot of tech that's going to be in Quest 3, and Quest 3 will be sub $500. Hard to get is here. Tatum is here. Yeah, I agree. I might have considered $1,000 headset if it works natively with Steam VR. Yeah, I feel you. Old Darth says the Pro strength are the mini LEDs. We're going to talk about that in a moment because I am curious about it. Fernell feels outdated. Yeah, that's kind of the big step back without having a PSVR 2 on my face. It was one of the more puzzling things about the PSVR stat sheet is that it feels like they're taking a step back with regards to lenses, and I don't see any benefit from it. I don't know why they did it. I see the light. Said the Game Cat is here as well. Rogue TR. Shout out Rogue TR for sitting up with me on my stream last night. You know, we went from 1 a.m. to almost 7, or actually past 7 a.m. We went to about 7:30 and held 20 or more right up until the end. I think the last 30 minutes it dropped off to like 15. But people sit up and went on that journey with me last night, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that was almost a 7-hour stream you did, right? It was like 6+ hours. Damn.
Yeah, it was 5 hours when I did it last year, and it was 6.5 this year. And we'll talk about why in a moment when we talk about the game. But it was nice. It was nice having people in the chat that were not only, kind of understanding the concepts that I was putting forth, but they were adding to the conversation. It was fun. It was probably my favorite live stream I've ever done.
Cool.
I know you love
That's
that
awesome.
game.
I know.
Yeah, I woke up in such a good mood today because I had so much, such a great conversation with the viewers last night. Chinatown D is in the house, not playing After the Fall. Wow. Wow. What's up, D? D's making the start of a show. I don't know if I can say the same for my wife. She was playing last time I saw her. So.
She's like, screw that show. I'm going to play After the Fall.
Right. GB, the oozing game cat like mass is here. Salvador.
That's awesome.
Says Ruuts is here. It's going to be a good stream. There you go.
Oh, hey. I appreciate that.
You know, we were going to go without you last week, Ruuts. We made through 30 minutes, and then my fucking internet service went down.
Oh, that sucks.
It went awry.
Just not meant to be.
Nope. It wasn't meant to be. Man, I had so much technical issues that night, and I had a shitty day, and I was like, you know what? Done. And that takes a lot for me usually, because I usually try to roll with everything.
Jesse Coop is here. Jesse Kip says, good evening. Good evening to you.
A traveling man wants to know if 2 PSVR headsets would connect to one PS5, and I'm going to say no right off the bat. Just because if it did, then how good would the game be? Right? Like if it could handle 2 headsets on one console.
Well, here's the thing. You have to plug it into the super speed USB on the front of the PS5, and there's only one of those. It transfers up to 10 gigabytes per second of information. None of the other ports are capable of those speeds. So, yeah. Who else is in the chat? Did we miss anybody? I don't know. Seeing a bunch of the same names. I think that might be it. If I missed you, if I overlooked you, I apologize. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We have got some cool shit to talk about. So Eric here, through some mysterious means, was magically bestowed. A Quest Pro was magically bestowed upon him at 0 hour as the thing launched. He had to make it happen. I don't know what you did, Eric. I don't know which bridge you were working under to get all that money together in such a short amount of time, but I knew it. You were going to get one, and you have one.
I was working it for like about a week before. I was like kind of like trying to get some things in order for to get one, and it did. You know, I set this up where I was able to get somebody to provide one for me, so I could do some things with it and check some things out and do some research with it, and I just got lucky. You know what I mean? You know, that's all it is. Because I wasn't gonna buy one. I wasn't. Todd was getting one. This is Todd's headset. This is definitely Todd's headset. This is who this headset is made for. Is somebody like Todd. So our channel was covered, and I said that. I said the channel's covered. You know, he'll do plenty of coverage. I don't need it. I have a million other headsets that I can be messing with, so I don't need it. I already have I have a Pico 4 coming. I still have the Lynx XR1 coming whenever that ends up shipping. So I'm like, I just don't need it. You know, it's not a headset for me. You know, it's you can game on it, but it's not a gaming headset, and I'm not going to work in it. So, I wasn't going to get it, but I got lucky, and I got one. So I'm happy to have one to check it out, and put us through its paces. And I had no preconception of what it was. I mean, I have killed this headset as much as anybody else for its shortcomings, and there are definitely shortcomings here, and price being number one. But there are some things that I really, really, really like about it, and I enjoyed the time I put into it today. And I played a lot. I played a lot of PCVR. Played some standalone. I played some stuff that's made just for the Pro with mixed reality that I absolutely loved. I will answer your question right away though, because Radio Runt's asked it a few times. The controllers. If you're going to go buy these controllers, they do not work yet. Now, you can't get them yet anyway, but I tried to pair these up to my Quest 2, and they won't pair. And then I started checking around, and I saw Jay Bratt did a video too, and he said the same thing. He couldn't get them to work either. So I tried them. I tried unpairing them from my Quest Pro and then pairing them to my Quest 2, because I tried just to pair it to the Quest 2, and it didn't work. I'm like, okay, maybe it's because it's paired to my Pro. So I unpaired it from the Quest Pro, tried to pair it to my Quest 2, and it wouldn't work. And then I paired them back up to the ones that were supposed to go with them, and they both paired up fine. So whatever I did, this would not pair up. So it is going to be there. They're going to have it there. It'll be a firmware update, but you can't do it right now, and you can't get them anyway right now. So if you pre-order them, it's okay. It's just that it doesn't work right now. I hope you know how meta it is. I hope that when you get them in, they have the firmware ready and it'll work. But right now they don't.
They will be soon after if they don't. But man, this is the thing. I'm actually considering maybe getting these, because anybody that says that there's no issues with using the Quest 2 is lying. Like, or any, there are times when you go to aim and pop one or whatever, you hit that weird spot and your hand does this thing. And how amazing would it be to not have that happen for $300? That's the hard part, $300. But
and it's not just that the tracking is going to be improved. These haptics. Controllers is supposedly have advanced haptics. Now it is still early. It's we're on day 2 now. How much have developers implemented that feature? Did you play anything today? And don't just yes or no. Don't. We'll get to the games in a minute. Mm-hmm. Have you played anything today that actually made use of that feature?
That would be special. I don't think so. I can feel more haptics in it, just from the normal haptics that are in it. Like the rumble in this is way more than just the normal rumble that you get out of the other controllers. So it's definitely better. I don't think I've played anything where it's like special though, like where it's like, does something, different than the others do. It's just more. You just for what I've seen so far. And I haven't done everything. I've done probably I think I did 3 of the mixed reality experiences, and I did probably 3 standalone games and then 4 PCVR games. So I don't see anything that's like oh my god, this, like I don't even know what it would do differently, but it's just more. It's way more haptics. Even just like the haptics you get out of like clicking and typing into the keyboard to put like a password in, and you can feel like the little rumble when you click it. It's like double, even just doing that. So it's just way more. And Ruuts, I think you would want to get these controllers because to me, these are one of the brightest spots of the Quest Pro. The controllers are amazing.
Really? What about slicing through a Beat Saber block? How does that feel?
I did it all day. Actually, that was the only thing I played. I'm lying. I didn't play anything else but Beat Saber.
I voted in favor of Beat Saber today in an online poll. Brad put one out there. So somebody on Twitter, like some developer, put out a poll, which rhythm game is better, and it was their shitty flat game that I've never heard of versus Beat Saber. And Brad's just like, let's skew the poll. Let's rig it.
And vote for the crappy game?
Yeah, I absolutely voted for the VR game. We talk a lot of shit on Beat Saber, but we're Team VR all day long.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, did you try to break the tracking any at all with it? Did you put it to the test?
Even to the point where I played in almost pitch dark, and I turned all my lights off. All I had was the light from my monitor, and I played no problem. I had zero issue. Hands behind my back, over my head, way out of range of anything that would be normal on a camera. I could not get it to the point where I would lose tracking or you'd see the controller drift off into space. These things are perfect. I've never seen even base station tracking doesn't seem to be this good. Because even base station tracking, especially if you only have one base station, there's issues. Now, if you have multiple base stations, you can make it to where it's almost perfect. But these, I don't know, man. These are, like I said, I only played like probably 7 or 8 games total, but everything I had, I didn't have an issue, and I was trying to screw with it. I was trying to mess it up. Like I said, I even turned the lights off just to see if I could lose tracking by the lights, and I just didn't. Everything was perfect.
That's cool.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, even to the point like I had my hands like back here over my head like this, and I was like, moving them back and forth. And usually, what happens, you'll see that drift. You go back behind the camera, and your controller will just kind of come off into space. Didn't happen here. For
$700, Scion in December could have a really amazing headset and the best controllers out there, tracked wise. It's perfect, right?
Yeah, but he'll find an excuse not to. Our friend Simon, right? He's waiting for the next thing now, the Valve headset that's going to be out in 2025.
I do like the controllers. They look really sleek, Mash. Do they like feel better? I know that Norm from Tested was saying that they were a little bit heavier, but I like the fact that there's no ring, and it just they seem like they just would fit right in your hand.
Yeah, they do. I mean, this is get the right controller here. But yeah, I mean, they fit really good. I'm used to having like the huge Kiwi grip controllers where they're like this much longer, and I didn't miss them today. I played after the fall. I had no problems doing manual reloads with them and everything like that. I had no issue. I do like that they have this little, you see that little rollover, so where it's not flat on the controller. So this side right here kind of rolls over, and it's not flat. It's tough to pick up in the camera, but it's nice because you can kind of set your thumb there. But yeah, you can see the cameras. There's one camera there on the top, and then you have two on the back.
That's crazy.
You got your charging port right there.
So let's just go ahead and get into it. Like, I lamented not being able to have one of these and play it because I know what I think that it is, and I think that it is a display of new technology, namely the mixed reality stuff. I expect that there's a ton of awesome, fun little tech demos that are available even right now on launch day, or yesterday, I guess, on launch day. Are we right about this, man? Is it pretty much a demo for tomorrow's tech? And if so, well, we know that this is the direction Meta wants to go next year, and they want to push the mixed reality. Is this going to be a game changer?
I think so. I think if you here's the deal again. If you want to be on the ground floor of AR and you want to see it from its infancy to where it's going to end up being when we get to Quest 3, this is where you want to be, because this is the cool stuff, right? But again, when you're on the ground floor of that stuff, there's a lot of issues and there's a lot of jank and there's always problems, and that's why early adopters are, probably some of the hardest working people out there, because they go through all the bullshit that you have to get to the point where you get a Quest Pro or a Quest 2 and it's almost perfect and there's no issues. But look at that, think about all the jank that we went through for years before we got to like the Quest 2 or the Rift S, and even still there's problems with the Rift S.
Oh God, I know.
But you know what I mean. Remember with the CV1 issues with the base stations, and even the Valve Index issues with the controllers, and there's just a million things that you have to go through. But the people that do that, if you want to be part of that, it's really good, man. So the first one I did was the one from I Expect You to Die. So they have a demo on there that's I Expect You to Die. It's a free demo. It's just for the Quest Pro. And it blew my mind, man. It was the first thing I did, and I was like, holy crap, man. I just can see where this makes you see where it's going to be. Now, we're not there, and a lot of this stuff is going to be tech demo, just like this was. This was a 15-minute experience, you know what I mean? But it was really impressive, and it was really good, and it makes me go, wow, I can't wait until we get I can't wait till the Quest 3 when we get fully great, mixed reality and augmented reality. So I'll tell you a little bit about it. The game comes on and your screen is black, and it goes, and then, and you kind of fade in, and you're in a wooden box. And basically what they're saying is you're in a wooden box. They had to like ship you somewhere. They knocked you out and they're shipping you somewhere. And you wake up in the wooden box, and there's these panels that you can slide open in the box. This was one on each side of you. You slide the panel open, you can see your house. I could see my living room in color when I slid the different panels open. So I could, I was facing this way and I could see, my stairs, and I was facing this way and I could see my computer when I slid the panel open. It was amazing. And then you finally get out of the box and it makes you scan a wall that's in your house. And, all of a sudden these like little motorized bees start flying at you, and they look 3D and they're coming right at you, and you got to grab them out of space, and you're throwing them they're throwing them and they explode, and all of a sudden there's gas coming out of like a thing in the wall that's going to try and kill you, and everything, and it's your own wall. It's so cool, man. And just the small stuff like that, it just makes you go, I can see it. I understand where they're going to go with this. But again, 15 minutes. Like, we don't have anything yet. Like, there's no game. So if you're thinking I'm going to go get this $1,500 headset and every game is going to be like this, you're going to be sorely mistaken, and you're going to be disappointed. You're going to get these little tidbits. I went into Demio. Demio was freaking amazing, man. I played it in my own living room on my computer desk where I could see everything. And I actually was able to zip myself down into the screen more than you can in regular VR. I was I was on the street, on that sandy street of the newest map, and I was the same size as my character. It felt like that. Like I could see them looming on top of me, like over me. That's how big it was, and I could look up and I could see the ceiling and the walls in my living room. Those things.
Did it scale up? When you shrank down, did everything in your house like scale up and get like super huge like it would?
No. You still see your normal environment around you. Basically, when you look up, you see your ceiling, and everything around you is still the same. It's just where you are around, like where the board is around you. You can see the board itself, but when you look away from wherever the board would be, where there's an opening, then you see your normal environment.
What about the basement though? Like that basement, like that holds a special memory for me.
It does. It does.
This is the problem. As I watched the video with Norm from Tested, and he said the same thing. He said that it felt a little tech demo-y, as far as the stage we're at, and so that's the exact another reason why I wouldn't get this headset for myself, because I want everything. I'm almost so tired of, because we went through this for so many years in VR to finally get to where we're at now. And now I got to get to do the same thing again with this new technology. And I got to try these tech demo-y things and say it's really cool. And it is cool at first. And then after a while, it's like, I think it'd be cool to check out. But man, I still wish this was half the price.
I agree. But this is what we go through, right? I mean, this is how technology progresses. You don't go from the Edsel to the Maserati without having a million different cars in between. You know what I mean? You have to have those steps, and you have to have that progression. Now, this progression is not for everybody. You know what I mean? And we have a lot of us have already put in our dues, and we don't want to do it again. I understand that. But there are people that are out there that want to be part of that ground floor of, I want to be part of it. I want to help test it. I want to be in it. Just like we were when we started with the CV1. We were all like, just get me in there. You know what I mean? There were people that forget about the CV1. They wanted the DK1, and when it wasn't even for us, it was for developers to just start figuring out how to build VR games. But people went out and bought the DK1 because they still wanted to play games. They knew it was going to be janky shit and mess. They knew there wasn't going to be much to play, but they still went out and bought it because they wanted to help build virtual reality. And that's basically what this is going to be too. There are going to be people that buy this just to help and just to be in it now and go, this is amazing, and I want to see new stuff, even though it's only going to be 10-minute little tech demo-y shit here and there. Now Demio is real, man. You can play the whole game. That one is not a tech demo. That's the entire game, and I'm telling you right now, I'm going to want to play it all the time like this. It's better than it is normally in VR. It's so cool.
Sounds like it's cool. I'm going to be interested how you feel about it in 6 months, let's say. Is the shine going to wear off, or are you still going to be as enthusiastic about this new feature? The new features are awesome, right? But I guess it's really up to the developers. We know the cool stuff's coming for Quest 3. Will it hit the store before then? I guess time's only going to tell.
Demio is a perfect example. The good developers will. Hey, this fucking thing dropped and it's already out there. I feel like why would you not want to be one of the few games out there that the Quest Pro can say, look, you're going to be showcased, right? Everybody's going to want to play Demio that plays this thing. I just think, to me, that's smart. And again, it shows a good developer.
Now, every bit of new tech that we've gotten throughout the course of my adult life, the manufacturer has always packed in a demonstration of what it's capable of, and the in-house developers always are the best equipped to optimize whatever the technology is. Was there a pack-in AR experience that came pre-installed on the headset? And if so, what was it like?
I didn't do the one. There is one, but it's not pre-installed. You just have to go to the Oculus Store and download it. But it's that one that they showed in the when they originally launched announced that it was the Cambria, and that one that they showed in the video with the little pet dude that was running around. I didn't even do it because it was so much other stuff that I wanted to do. But that is there to show you what the AR is all about. But for me, the I Expect You to Die thing was great. I went into this new game called World, WOOORLD, which is like it's
Google Earth.
It's like it's like Google Earth, but multiplayer. and that one is mixed reality. I went into that one. What's nice is they have when you log in on your Pro, you go into your home and you click on the store on your dashboard. It knows you're in a Quest Pro, and it actually will give you games that are it'll give you recommendations that are for the Quest Pro. So it'll say mixed reality games that take advantage of mixed reality, games that take advantage of hand tracking, games that take advantage of avatar face tracking and shit like that. So it gives you a list of stuff you can do and stuff you can play. Now, which was weird, Demio wasn't listed in any of these.
That is
the only reason I knew Demio was there to be played was because everybody's been talking about it, but it's not listed anywhere in the Oculus menu. So that was one of the ones I just wanted to go in and do, and it was one of the best ones there is, and it's not even listed on the menu. But there's other ones out there. I mean, there's one called Tribe where you're like a DJ and you have a mixing board in front of you and things like that. I didn't do that one. The ones I did, I thought were probably the most profound. It was done really well, and if you want to go in and do that other one, I probably will end up doing that one just to see what it's like. But I just with time today, I wanted to go in and do it pretty much every part of it. I wanted to do the mixed reality. I wanted to do standalone, and then I wanted to go in and play PCVR. So I was trying to jump all over the place, but I probably will go back and do that one and definitely check it out. But there's definitely plenty there, and it's an easy enough navigate. So what you're saying, Wes, there's places it'll show you to go download, free stuff. And all this stuff is free. There are some paid games out there, like Tribe. You got to buy Tribe, but most of the demos are all free.
Get you some Squingle in as well.
Yeah, Squingle.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I love Squingle.
Old Darth wants to know how Red Matter 2 was. Well, he asked if you checked it out. I know you did. Let's hear about that.
I did, man. Red Matter 2 is amazing. And what was cool about it is as soon as you load into the game, it tells you it asks you, do you want to adjust your face tracking and your eye tracking? So it helps you adjust your headset to make sure your headset is adjusted right, up or down in your head. And then it says, do you want to calibrate your eye tracking? Now, I already had done it because I had done it in the menu. But I did it again just to see what it would bring me through, and it sets your eye tracking. And why does it set your eye tracking before you get into Red Matter? Because Red Matter takes advantage of the eye tracking for foveated rendering, and it is freaking beautiful. The game blew me away again. That's why, and another reason why I had such a good time in this headset today. The lenses are way clearer than anything, not anything, but they're probably way clearer than anything you'll find in a standalone headset, number one. They're better than the Valve Index. There's no God rays. Everything is just crystal clear. The lenses are really big. And a gamer like Red Matter, especially in that opening scene when you're out on that moon landscape and you're looking around, that game is just gorgeous. And it's even better looking now. So yeah, I mean, that blew me away. I felt like I was playing. No, you always feel like you're playing a PCVR game with that game on a Quest game, because I don't know how they did that game, but I couldn't tell a difference. I mean, it looks so good. It's probably one of the best games I've ever seen. The colors are so vibrant, and everything is just so clear. And to not have any God rays at all, I mean, there's just nothing, especially on that moon landscape where there's a lot of white, there's a lot of bright, and there's nothing at all. It's just perfect.
I'm getting it. I'm getting one. No, just kidding.
You should get it.
I wish I had money to. This is the thing, though. The Quest 3, you were saying, is not going to have the eye tracking or the face tracking, right?
No, it's not supposed to. But I mean, we don't know for sure. I mean, everything we're getting is leaks, but yeah,
I think it will.
That's one thing they're talking about.
Why? How are they Why are they testing all this technology for mixed reality? And I mean, I guess mixed reality could still be in there, but the big thing that they're pushing are these avatars and all this Horizon Worlds. I almost guarantee it has to be in there, right? Wouldn't you think, Wes? I mean, I know that.
Oh yeah.
That sound, when I heard that, I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that was kind of a shock to me when Brad leaked those CAD images and revealed that they weren't planning to include those features in this headset. But it is still early, and that could be one version of a number. Because I mean, even with this Quest Pro, Brad's CAD images had it in there with a depth sensor that turned out not to be on it. So, nothing's final until it's final. Sure. We don't know until it ships. So yeah, I agree. I think that if Meta had their way, that the technology would probably advance a little more slowly, so that they didn't have to, pack all of this stuff into the next generation. Instead, they could spread it out over a few years. But I don't think the market's going to let them. PSVR 2 is going to have this technology. I got to imagine that any other new high-end headset that comes out over the next year will have it as well. And I think that, the Apple headset's coming. I mean, I think in order to avoid kind of being left behind by the competition, Meta might be forced to add that into their design.
Yeah, because this is day one. Red Matter 2 has it in there. PlayStation 2 is going to have it. Foveated rendering is a big thing. And then, like I said, to me, Zuck has been so big on this Horizon Worlds, and they want these avatars to be perfect. And that's the big thing. If your eyes and your mouth are moving and doing what they should be doing, it's gonna create that immersion a little bit more when it comes to conversations. Now, I am starting to feel a little bit weird about it, because there is a anonymousness or whatever the word is for, like, when you're like everybody, like, sometimes you don't want to show people how your emotions are maybe in your avatar, right? Because Norm was talking about that in his video as well today, and I started to think about that. It kind of does expose you a little bit more to have your actual eyes doing what they're doing. I'm not talking about being creepy, but because it's an avatar. But it's just it's a weird way to look at it. I didn't look at it like that before, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, the good news is you can disable those features, and I mean, for a lot of the applications, you're going to want to, because disabling all of that hardware extends the battery life. How was the battery life, by the way, Mash? Did you put it to that kind of a test?
I didn't, because I knew right away that I was going to use this headset, right? So I know off the bat, if I have everything on, if I have face tracking and eye tracking on, this battery is 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours and 2.5 hours tops. So as soon as I open this thing up, I already had a thought that I'm going to put one of those Bobo, D2 docking things right on it.
Yeah.
And it sets up and it fits perfectly. And I put it on right away. And, it does eat battery, but this is what it looks like now. So this is it with the B2 dock on it.
How did that affect the balance? Did it make it better?
It's the same. I mean, you can tell it's heavier because those batteries aren't super light, But the headset is so damn comfortable as it is. I don't feel it. It just doesn't bother me at all. I don't know. And it fits on there. It just fits perfectly on there. Just
BoboVR knocking it out of the park on day one.
When I don't want to have it on there, I can just pull it off, or I can just Velcro it on, and now I have it on. And now I just keep switching it out. So I can't. You probably can't see the light, but I've got about two bars of energy or battery left in that, and so yeah, I didn't even know. I have no idea how long this is going to last. You know what I mean? Again, probably 2.5 hours. If you have everything on. If you have everything off, it may get you 3 to 3.5 hours if you took your face tracking and eye tracking off. But to me, why wouldn't you go get this dock and put it on there? And what I mean? It makes it perfect.
You bought it for all those features. You paid $1,500.
Yeah,
I'm using those features, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just going to keep swapping out batteries. You know what I mean? I played for probably 4 hours straight at one point today, at least probably 4.5 hours. And then the headset never got below 90% or 95% because I always had a battery on there, and I just kept swapping the batteries out, the Bobo batteries.
When's the next 12-hour after the fall stream? I want to know if this thing
Quest Pro after the fall stream.
Well, yeah, because this is the thing. The Quest 2 can't really handle 12 hours. It overheats after a while, right? Even plugged in. I think this thing probably could do it. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely more comfortable. As I said before, this is unlike the way this fits on is unlike any other head strap. It's probably the closest to the PlayStation VR that I've ever had, and that's probably one of the most comfortable head straps there is. And this is probably the closest to that, but it's even different than that. It's not exactly that either. It's not really a halo strap. It fits higher on your forehead, and there's no pressure points. Like with every head strap you have, whether it be an Elite or whether it be a Halo or whatever it is, you have a pressure point, right? So it's either your face, it's your head, it's the top of your head, wherever. Here, you just don't have any pressure points. Number one, it's really light and really well balanced. And the way it sits just like on the crown or crest of your head, like above your forehead, it's like perfect. And you don't have to like really clamp it down like you normally would. Like you don't have to really ratchet it down because it just sits there perfectly. I'm kind of singing its praises, but I do have some detractors, and I don't know if you want to start getting into those now, but there's definitely some shortcomings to this $1,500 headset.
Let's touch on a couple of other things first, and then we'll get into the B shit, B shit of the B shit, yeah, the bullshit. First of all, let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. Let's address the elephant in the room. How big of an impact do you expect this mixed reality technology to have on the adult XXX industry?
Ooh.
Wow, they're already in the chat all night tonight. They want to know, right? They're like, tell us, Mash,
Tell us about the prawn, Mash.
Tell us about Tinder AR.
and Mash's wife is like sitting forward and say, yeah, Mash, tell us about the
tell us all about it. Oh my God. Can you, there's going to be so much debauchery with this AR, and
absolutely
think about it. Just think about what you can do. I mean, it's not going to be good.
I have thought about it a lot.
Wes is trying to figure out how he can get his haptic vest to wrap around his groin.
Oh God, no! I guarantee. Talk to Alex. They're probably working on a special sleeve, and if they aren't, they should be.
All right. That's what people wonder why we go on after midnight. This is why we go on.
This
after
is
midnight.
it, right?
You're not getting this anywhere else. You think Norm from Untested is talking about porn and AR?
Absolutely not.
Not to us. Not on camera. Gamertag VR wants to know about PCVR. Eric, tell us about your PCVR experience with it.
So I didn't get a chance to do a ton of PCVR. I did play after the fall, and I thought it was fantastic. I was playing with AirLink. I didn't even play with the link cable at all, which I do have ready to go, but I just figured I'd try it with AirLink, and I thought it was great. I had a great experience. The lenses are really good. I mean, the lenses are well done. Now, I didn't think the lenses were going to be that good. I was disappointed in the lenses because the resolution was not better than the Quest 2, right? It's actually a little worse than the Quest 2, the resolution of the lenses. But the pancake lenses, being that it's OLED and not Fresnel lenses, and the pixel density is higher with these lenses. It's just and it's so much clearer and so much better. It's just super well done. That I'm used to playing, on the Quest 2, or I'm used to playing with the Pimax. You know what I mean? And this rivals, to me, the clarity and the definitely rivals the Index, and it rivals the Pimax. I mean, this is some of the best visuals I've seen, and I talked about it before. The compression that everybody bitches about, I just don't see it here. It's just really good. Now, would I prefer a DisplayPort cable? 100%. Give me the DisplayPort cable if I had it. And why they wouldn't do it, I don't know. Pico is the worst one because they had it in the 3 and they took it out of the 4. Like, why? So, Quest has never had one, so that they didn't do it, I'm not terribly upset about it. I would be more upset if I was a Pico fan about them losing it after already having it. You never had it here to begin with, so it's not that big of a deal. But I'm just not seeing that huge downgrade, or that where the Vario is probably the best headset. You know what I mean? That's the best visuals I've seen so far. But this is damn close, man. And the Vario is way more expensive than this.
Do you think it would be different if? I mean, this is the thing. Slap a display port on that headset. Would it look closer to the? You know what I mean? Like, you may not be able to notice it, but would we notice it the other way? I guess is the question, which we'll never know because for whatever reason, everybody's running away from DisplayPort, and I don't get it.
It's a great question. There's no way I can answer it just because there's nothing to compare it to. You know what I mean? So if I had another headset that had the same, similar specs, and it had a DisplayPort, and then I could kind of go back and forth, I can tell you that I did try my Index on today just so I could have a comparison, and I also tried the Pimax on today so I would have a comparison. So I would 1-to-1, here, put it on. I tried the Quest 2 today again, just to make sure that I had that, recollection, the memory in my head. And to me, I went back to the Quest Pro every time. This is the best visuals of all those headsets. Again, now probably not the Arrow, the Vario Arrow, but that's not even close to being anything that most 90% of the people are going to get. But yeah, I mean, the visuals are really good. This is a good PCVR headset. Again, not worth $1,500, but this is a really, really good PCVR headset. And again, just because they came out and said this is not a gaming headset, this is not a gaming headset, this is a business headset, doesn't mean it doesn't game. It does game, and it does it really, really well. It's just not $1,500 worth it.
You have the blinder things, right? Somebody wanted to
I don't. I have I have the side ones. So I have these. They're the light blockers that come with it, and they're just magnetic.
Okay, so those do. So you were able to play in complete darkness. Someone in the chat was wondering about after the fall.
No, you can't, unfortunately, because
so there are two different attachments for it. Ruuts. The ones that come with it block the light from the side, but the bottom's open. If you want the one that covers the entire face, you have to pay $50.
Oh well, you know. They didn't get enough out of me in the $1,500. They have to get another $50 out of me from the gas.
Yeah, and here's where I was going to start getting to some of the detractors. The bottom of that headset is completely open, dude. And what happens is that thing that I told you about, where they, especially when you have eye tracking on, where they want you to adjust the headset, they normally almost all the time wanted me to raise the headset up, get it up higher on my head, then because it tells you where it wants you to, where it's perfect for your eyes. And every time I did that, it's bringing it up higher on my head like this, so it's letting way more light in from the bottom. Like, there's so much light leaking from the bottom, it's not even funny. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to turn all the lights off in my living room, just so I could get a little bit better look when I went into after the fall, to make it a little bit darker. Because there's just so much light leak from the bottom, and the fact that they don't give you a full fucking facial gasket on this thing for $1,500. I'm like, come on, man. You got to charge me $50 for me to get a way to where I can play VR? I mean, I understand this is a mixed reality headset that does do VR, but it does do VR. You're touting it as a VR headset. You cannot not give me a point where I can't see 90% of my legs. I can see everything. Like, if I'm like sitting here like this, I can see my arms past my elbow from the bottom of my headset. So it's weird because I was in red matter, and I can see like the blue suit on my arms, like all the way up to here. And then I can see my real arm. So I'm like, it's like a detachment. It looks so weird. It's just the small things that piss me off with this headset. And people were getting on me last night. They're like, come on, you're making mountains out of molehills about the cord for the controller, and the piece for the headset. But then, man, if you're going to charge $1,500, I want the small stuff. You know what I mean? There are no fucking molehills, okay? They're all mountains at $1,500. You have me trying to sit here and I'm not defending this headset because it's not worth $1,500. But you have me here trying to say this is a good headset. Why would you do these stupid things? You're gonna nickel and dime somebody over a freaking facial gasket to where you can block out light? You're gonna give them these halfway ones?
Here's the thing, though. Why do you think that they did that, man? Like, they're already manufacturing the side ones. How much more money could it have possibly cost them to make a full facial gasket? Pennies. I think the reason why they didn't include it is so they could get that extra fucking $50 out of it.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's just crazy. They're gonna nickel and dime you over a $1,500 headset. Like, how many headsets do you think you're gonna sell? Number one, to the point, and then the ones that you do sell it to, how many are gonna have to get that one for gaming, and they're not just gonna use it as a business thing where they would prefer to have it open at the bottom where they can look at their desk or look at their phone, you know what I mean, or look at whatever, you know what I mean? So why the people that are going to buy this for VR need the other thing, and it's $50. How many do you think you're going to sell that you're going to make? Are you going to put hire be able to hire 10 more people because you're going to sell 5 more facial gaskets at $50? Again, you're nickel and diming people for shit that you're supposed to have on a $1,500 headset. And tax, stop telling me tax, man. I understand this fucking tax on the headset, but the headset's $1,500. Everybody's tax is different. I can't give an exact price for everybody.
What was your?
Oh man, we pay 8% tax in New York.
Okay.
6% here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's too funny. He's getting all over me about the tax. I understand it's more than $1,500 with tax, but.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
well, this is the thing.
I'm going to go to Tennessee and buy it. Tennessee doesn't have any sales tax.
They don't have no sales tax?
No sales
Crazy.
tax.
Yeah, dude. Don't get it.
You know,
wait. No.
or maybe
They have all sales tax. They don't have income tax. They have all sales tax. That's what it is. Okay. My bad.
Wow.
Although, did you hear what Todd said? He said because the way it was set up in Canada, he actually got it for $200 cheaper than he would have got it if he ordered it from Meta. Because he bought it in Canada from Best Buy. The price never changed. So if you did the translation between Canadian dollars and American dollars, he actually saved $200.
Well, he can send it to Ruuts. Actually, just get me one, Todd. I need one, and send one to Wes too.
Yeah, there you go.
I totally feel what you're saying here, Eric. Like these cables to charge the controllers with, like literally, they're getting those made for pennies in China. I mean, it's nothing for them to include another one in there.
Yeah, this is all it is. This is it. Give me 2 of them. It's not that much. That's all it is.
Yeah. And again, for something that's so heavily overpriced, and you're already trying to make your LCD seem more like an OLED instead of just putting an OLED in there. And there's already compromises that people are having to make. Little shit like this is really inexcusable.
Oh, yeah.
And it just gives people reason to like hate on it already. Like, everybody's hating on it already. You know what I mean? Because it's $1,500 and because of this and because of that. And then you do stupid things and you don't put the extra cord in, or you don't give them a full facial interface. Why? To save a few bucks here and there. I mean, make it $1,550 if you need to do that, and just give everybody what they need. I mean, if they came out and said, look, the price is $1,550, but you would have said, okay, it was $1,500, or you wouldn't even know the difference, right? It would just been $1,550, and then you get the facial interface, you get the extra cord, and that's fine. Do they need the money that bad? I mean, come on, it's $1,500. Again, this is an $800 headset. That's probably what this thing is worth. I mean, did it cost them more than that to make them? Probably, but I'm just saying what this thing is worth to people, or what you should be paying for it, is probably $800 to $900.
I think they're trying to monetize their manpower and their man hours that they've put in the research. I'm not so sure component-wise that it does cost $1,500 to manufacture. I think they're factoring in the 3+ years of research and development that they've put into being able to design a product like this.
Yeah, I agree. I it's just a weird thing, right? Like, again, why just don't nickel and dime me on a $1,500 headset? But again, I guess if they're coming out and saying, look, we're not making this for you. We've said from the beginning, we're not making this for you. We're making it for the business person. We're making it as a mixed reality headset. So if you do want it, then you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay extra for the other pieces to make it a VR headset. So I don't know. Maybe that was what they were thinking. You know what I mean? They're like, we don't care. We don't care that we're not selling this to the VR gamer. We're selling this to the pro, not even the prosumer, really. We're selling this to, big businesses.
So Gamertag VR is in the chat. He says, I have so much to say. Daniel Cass says, bring him on.
Bring him on.
Would that be difficult to do in like an audio format, Ruuts?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if you wanted to join,
I'm super interested to hear what he has to say.
Oh yeah, if you want to come on, GT, just we're in Discord now, in the Virtual Strangers Discord. Go to the. Would that be the best way for him to join? Or
yeah. So what I could do is I could just mute your guys' individual sources and just open up the desktop, and then we'd be getting your guys' all three through the Discord.
I would have to mute the game audio though, right, to do that?
No, because it's my desktop audio.
Okay, I thought my game audio was coming through on you.
No, I don't think anything's. I mean, in that scene, it will be. Oh, actually, It might be. You're right.
I can mute it though. It's no problem. If you want to come on, GT, you're more than welcome to. Go to the Virtual Strangers Discord server and join the audio channel called Green Room, and we'll move you on over.
Yeah, I don't see the game coming through. So,
and GT says $300 is for the controllers alone, and that's what it is, man. $300.
So the headset's $1,200.
And those are that's expensive for controllers, but I get it with the controllers. Exactly. The controllers not only have all the, 3 different separate haptic zones. They have cameras built into them. They each have their own individual processor built into the controllers. It's $300 for the pair. Is that right, Eric?
$300 for the pair and 1 charging cable. Even if you buy the separate controllers, you still only get 1 charging cable.
What?
So to get a second card charging cable for my headset, I have to go buy a second pair of controllers, and then I can get a second charging.
You can't buy them separate?
The cables? I don't think so. I didn't see them listed anywhere to buy them separately.
Somebody's going to make it. Somebody will make that. Like,
this is the thing. It's all proprietary, man. With all that the 3-dot bullshit, I kind of have a problem with that. I mean, I guess everybody else does that too, but it just sucks.
Dark Angel says, "Tell me about the thumbstick." The thumbsticks feel exactly the same. So if you have drift now, I think you would have drift with these. If you're using them for gaming and you need to push in the thumbstick to run like you do with 99% of the games, then you're going to have issues. I think any thumbstick, because the PlayStation VR, PlayStation DualSense controllers are the same way, right?
This is all you need, Dark Angel. This is magic. Just buy this WD-40 specialist contact cleaner. And I sprayed it. I don't even know how many months ago, and it's still not drifting. So it works really well.
All right, Ruuts. So I'm about to bring GT in. So make whatever adjustments that you need to make there. Move.
All right, it's adjusted. I might have to adjust each of you individually. Hey, GT, what's up?
Oh, hello.
What's up, man?
I can't see you guys.
Oh, so okay. You should. Well, yeah. Well, we're not streaming video through Discord. We're only doing audio through Discord. We're actually we use a program called Ninja for
Ninja.
Our video.
Ooh.
It shoots the videos right into the OBS.
Fancy.
Can you see me?
No, we not. But we could. I could send you an OBS Ninja link, and we could add you that way too.
I'm on mobile.
Oh, I gotcha.
So tell us, GT, what do you think about this? Well, first of all, how much exactly does this cost in the UK?
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it is $1,500, but I want to be clear. £1,500.
You cut out? You still there?
Did you lose him?
Yeah, I think he. I don't know. I don't hear him.
He was just about to be clear. He's
still there.
Let me be clear.
Damn it! I wanted him to be clear.
Yeah, I think he lost some
signal
or something on his mobile.
So the pound, is the pound and the American dollar pretty similar right now?
I think they are pretty. I think they're pretty close right now. I thought.
They're worth a bit more. So like,
plus tax.
Like $1.75, or £1.75 is like two American dollars.
Okay.
So it is a little bit
very similar.
All right, so bringing GT back in. He I guess got disconnected.
Are you there?
GT.
Damn it. Welcome to the Virtual Stranger Show, GT.
Well, it's not on our end, at least. There's not much.
Yeah, I don't even see him lighting up or anything, so it must not be. It may be his wrong source. Maybe the source got picked up by something else. Just check your source, GT. Might have switched over.
He's on. If he's on his phone, man, there is no source. It's just, I think he's having signal issues.
Oh, maybe.
Well, it'll even out. We'll just wait till we hear his velvety voice, right?
Verizon has the largest 5G network. Oh, wait a minute.
Kevin says dollar equals 0.086 pounds, and then text says plus tax. No, just kidding. No.
Wow, so it's actually less. So the pound is less than the American dollar.
Yeah, who knows? It's all over the place.
It's 1 pound.
Oh no, you're right. A point. Oh, hey, there he is.
Oh, what? You can hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
now
yeah,
we're back. We got you.
What the hell is happening? I've no idea what's going on. So I just want to be clear. I didn't actually pay for this headset. I was given it by Meta with some accessories.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I've been basically spending all day yesterday. I actually jumped into it first thing I did. First thing when I woke up this morning as well. It is pretty incredible. The price tag is also incredible.
Yeah.
The controllers, I think, are no one's really talking about the controllers, but the controllers are insane. They are really insane. I'm waiting for someone to talk about that. Like all those sensors on them, the quality of the feel of everything, it's crazy. And like experiencing eye tracking and face tracking, it was just like it really did wow me. And Mash brought up the Vario. Now that's a $12,000 headset. So
yeah, it's crazy.
So it's hard for me to sort of like when we talk about the value of stuff. Now I don't make any of this stuff. Yeah, I don't know how much this stuff costs. For all I know, and as far as I know, they make a loss on Quest 2 on headsets, and Pico make a loss on what they do. So I don't think I know how much this headset actually costs to make. I don't know. From what I got told, they are still making. I think they're either breaking even or making some money on this headset. But I think it's the first one. The first headset that Meta have produced, they are making money on, as far as I know, which would explain why it's such a high price. It's crazy. I said to my wife, I would never buy this headset. I would never buy this headset. I couldn't justify it. Like I've only got one tattoo because whenever like for me, tattoos, I'd love more tattoos. But if I ever think about getting a tattoo, then I've got things just happen in life. Like my son needs money, my daughter needs money, we need to go on holiday, or we need car, petrol, blah, blah, blah. Whatever happens, tattoos are just something that I'm like, I don't need it. And this headset, ultimately, as amazing as it is, and PCVR, the clarity, he was right with the pixel density. I wasn't expecting to be wowed by the visuals, because when you use this headset as a standalone headset, it didn't wow me. The technology wowed me, but the display didn't. And then I used Link, and the moment I got into contractors, I was like, oh my God, like there is detail there I'd never seen before, So it's been a weird rabbit hole doing this headset, because I have my preconceptions of it's not very good. I thought it was quite heavy. And then I was like, actually, no, it's quite balanced. And then I was like, oh, these controllers are heavy. And I was like, oh, actually, no, these controllers are really good. But it's just to get to the faceplate stuff as well. I've got both. I've got the sides and I've got the whole faceplate. I actually prefer just using the sides, because I think the reason it only comes with the sides is because that's how the headset's meant to be used. You can be in VR, you can still type, you can pick up your phone, you can look at all the bits in the real world. I mean, obviously you can just double tap and do pass through, but it really does fit. When you put the whole gasket on, it's almost like turning it into a gaming headset. But when you use it with the sides, it's almost for function. And I actually prefer it just with the sides, personally. It's such a weird.
Is it worth getting the controllers, GT, for the Quest 2?
I haven't tried that yet. Someone told me they couldn't get it to work. That's part of my mission today. I'm going to write down. I put in my little community thing, like ask me questions, but I've already got my own questions, obviously. And one of them is that.
I don't think
December,
right? I don't think the firmware is out for that yet on the Quest 2.
I'm just asking, are they good enough to like it? Would you recommend them for a Quest 2 user if the experience is exactly the same for them? Would you say it's worth $300?
How much are the Quest 2 controllers themselves anyway? $50, I think.
Yeah, $70 a piece. I think American 70 something.
So it's about double the price for these ones, right? Or a little bit over.
So can you buy these controllers separately now? Is this just like some sort of rumor that someone said? Like, can you actually? Can you go and buy them now?
I think people can, but you can pre-order them. But like, they're not going to get delivered till December when the firmware comes out. Is what the rumor is.
And how much are they, please?
300.
300.
I heard 300. They are
300 for the pair. Yeah.
I'm having to breathe because the haptics. The haptics are really good. Like the haptics are very good, very close to what I experienced using the DualSense on PS5.
So have you used an application or a game that has fully taken advantage of them of those haptics? Because you know, aside from them being stronger because of the different zones, to get the full functionality, you have to develop specifically for that. So have you tried a game that has been updated to make full use of it yet? The haptics, I mean.
Not yet, but the only thing I mean, to be fair, the only stuff I see using all the things we're talking about is their own stuff, like Horizons. You go into a Horizon workroom. To be clear, functionality wise, apart from eye tracking and face tracking, everything you need to do in workroom you can do on a Quest. I can't think of anything less. Because you can flip your controller around, turn it into a pen, put it back, and you've got hand tracking. The hand tracking seems more detailed, but more laggy in places over Quest 2. Quest 2, I would say, is hand tracking seems better for some reason at the moment.
God.
But yeah, I can't really. No, at the moment, the controllers are amazing. Like to hold them, to feel everything. That's the problem with all of this. When you hold that headset, and I know Mash, which is why I can hear it in Mash's voice, he can't help but say, this headset is fucking expensive, but I love it. Like, that's the problem with it. That's the whole problem with it. But yeah, but looking forward, it makes me think this isn't the headset that gamers should be looking for. This makes me think Quest 3 is going to be fucking insane,
right.
to be honest.
I think that's
what
the
it makes me
moral of the
think.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you take away, I mean, the controllers don't have their own trackers.
Yes.
Does it really make tracking that much better? You know?
Really?
What do you think, Mash?
I thought it was really good. I turned my lights off in my living room, and all I had was the lights of my monitor on, and I played PCVR Airlink with After the Fall, and I could not break the controllers. I was putting it behind my back, over my head, in a dark room. I just couldn't break them. I was trying, I was trying to figure out a way to get that tracking to get bad, and I never lost tracking at all. So I was pretty shocked with how well they worked.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the tracking is like, it's the best I've tried. Like it's the best I've tried. But I haven't really had much experience with base stations, and I found that perfect anyway. When I have used that, so I wouldn't say the technology isn't there already, but to have all that, to have that almost perfection in a controller and a headset is awesome. But I think that's why the price tag's so high. This is ahead of time a little bit. It's a little bit ahead of time. But yesterday, like I was speaking to Mike, and he said to me he wasn't overly impressed with what wasn't he impressed with the clarity and stuff. And I was like, no, like you can see when you're in the headset standalone, it looks nice. It does look nice, but the other problem is it actually makes the virtual backgrounds look terrible. You know, like you have your environments. I went into the Lord of the Rings environment. Like everything in your immediate circle looks great. Everything outside of that looks like it's just been smeared because I think it looks really low res, low.
And why do you think that is? Do you think it's the screen technology, or do you think there's something going on in the rendering pipeline?
Oh, did we lose him?
I think we might have lost him. Did you experience what he's talking about there, Eric? Where there seems to be some downgrades in the distance in standalone mode?
Here's one thing I did find that happened, which this may be what he's experiencing. You can have if you draw something in your environment like a desk or a couch, you have what's called active or what they call passive pass through, where you're in one of those virtual environments like the Lord of the Rings, but you still have some pass through to where if you turn your head or walk a little bit away from your play space, even just a little bit, like a step here or a step there, you'll actually go into your pass through, your color pass through.
So you think it might be fading in, huh?
I think it's fading in because there's times when like you can see that that side quest hoodie behind me. there would be times when I would just spin in my chair towards it, not move, just turn 360 in my chair, and me turning this way away from wherever this play space is right here, I would all of a sudden start to pick that up in my Lord of the Rings environment. I could see the side quest hoodie coming through it. And
I
what I did was I just went and turned it off. I turned that because I had mapped my desk out, and that's what was doing it. And once I turned it off, then I was completely in VR and not in any kind of pass through unless I tap the headset.
I experienced something similar when I was playing NFL Pro Era,
Cool.
where Space Sense was kept fading in to the to the view, and it doesn't downgrade resolution, but there's this kind of purple shadow that bleeds in, and I didn't know what it was at first. I've never had any issue with it, but in that game, for some reason, my environment kept bleeding in, and I eventually figured out what it was. Turned off Space Sense, and everything worked great.
Well, GT's back.
GT
Oh, yeah, he was back in here. Let me see.
Yeah, here he is. I got him.
Okay. Are you back?
I think so.
Okay, you're back.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on.
It's our show.
That's how it goes.
We have
GT,
technical issues.
Yeah, GT. I was just gonna say, I think you have the same thought I do with this headset. I'm in a weird spot with this headset because it's probably one of the first headsets where I would go, I really, really, really like this headset a lot, but I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Right? I'm just like in a weird position. I don't know what to say.
It is, and that's it's horrible to go back to the business side of things, but that's why it doesn't come with a full gasket faceplate, because I don't think it is for gaming. You can game on it, but it's definitely not for that. Like, I've found myself not playing games on it too much. I've been doing more of the other stuff because, sure, like, I think Red Matter 2 just updated for Quest Pro features. Demio's got mixed reality, and mixed reality, by the way, is very cool.
Yeah.
But to experience all this stuff, I think people, consumers, people like me, I think we've got to wait a year, maybe 6 months, and you're going to get a Quest 3, which is going to be, I think, again, another $100 to $150 pounds on top of what we normally pay. I would expect to be paying maybe $500-600 for the next headset, and it's going to have a lot of these features, I think.
So we already know, or we're pretty certain that the AR MR functionality is kind of the direction Meta wants to go with their version of the next gen. That's what the Quest 3 is expected to be built around. In terms of the PlayStation VR 2, this is a headset that's expected to have a life cycle of 5+ years. Do you think it's going to suffer greatly from not being equipped to have mixed reality functionality?
No, because I think this is an enthusiast product. This is,
but the Quest 3 won't be.
Yeah, I mean, the Quest. So you're basically saying about what happens when Quest 3 comes out. PSVR 2 is already out.
What happens in 2024 when Meta's trying to go the MR direction and PSVR 2 is stuck where they were at in 2023?
I mean, kind of look at it like the without parole situation, like the GameCat people. They have been happy with PSVR for. I'm assuming they're not completely happy with the games they're getting in the last couple of years because they've been drip fed. Yeah, but like, I think when you love a product, you can give it a lot of time. There's going to be, for me personally, a real good feeling of I'm in this headset to play games, and from what I know from Mike, he has been absolutely wowed by PSVR 2. You know, he's been absolutely amazed by it, and I'm looking forward to talking to him today to find out about what he thinks about the PCVR clarity that I saw using the Pro. I don't know. At the end of the day, as well, it's all about software. Like, I mean, all right, we got all these great headsets, but I'm struggling to sometimes think, what am I playing? What games am I playing today?
Right.
So I don't know. Hopefully. Yeah.
Mostly PCVR mods for me. And so that's why I think that the PlayStation VR 2 is going to be where most of my gaming is going to be once it drops.
Yeah. Yeah, it's completely possible. Like, the thing is, we don't know what Meta's got in. It's weird how Meta approach gaming. Iron Man was shown less than a month ago, and it's coming out within the same month.
Yeah,
Man, I
crazy.
keep forgetting about that.
What sort of marketing is that?
Like, there's no build up at all.
There's no build up, no. And that's the thing. Like, I can't say the games I know in development, but there's games in development now that we can't talk about. I can't talk about. No one can talk about. But there are games going on that no one talks about and no one knows about. And I sit there and I think, what happened to hype? What happened to go with PSVR? I remember going to the cinema and seeing Skyrim, the trailer for Skyrim in the cinema. And I was like, this is what VR needs. It needs to be like this. It's not about. I think PSVR 2 is going to be fine. I think it's going to be massive. It's only the cable thing I worry about and how far ahead. You are right, Wes. You are right. Who knows where things are going to be in 2024? It's just hard.
26.
Yeah, it's just hard, isn't it? Like, one's going to be purely for gaming, like, I don't know, because it's hard for me because I even like retro games still. I still play stuff. I still play on my,
I'm still fantasizing about that fucking Zelda game you played yesterday. It looked incredible.
Awesome.
Oh my god! Wes, I had to edit the shit out of that video. Like, I just kept saying, "Oh my god, this is amazing! This is amazing! This is amazing! Oh my god, this is amazing!" And I just kept saying that stuff, and I'm thinking, "Fuck's sake, shut up!" Like, just it was terrible. And then
I've got to wait.
I've
got to wait another week to play that. My family, my wife and children, they're all sick, and I've been able to keep from getting sick by kind of isolating a little bit. But they play my quests every day, so I can't go in there and put it on my face because they're all contaminated now. So I'm gonna have to wait a little while before I can try that one out.
You just found a reason to go back to your quest, Wes.
Yeah, I know, right? And I can't do it, right? And I have a reason to play my quest, and I can't even play it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I've been doing a bit of looking outside of the enthusiast group of what people expect from PSVR 2, and it doesn't seem to be a clear winner outside of people who are like really into VR. Because they're like, is it tethered? Yeah. How much is it? What is going to be the same price as the console? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's such a different standpoint from like me, who would pay quite a bit to get a PSVR 2. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna, if they want it to be a bigger success than the original, then they're gonna have to support it like they support a console. We're gonna need big titles and more stuff like Horizon Call of the Mountain. If they do that, then people are gonna forget about that cable real quick.
Right, that's the thing. It just needs the IPs to draw people in. As soon as they see their favorite IP, they won't give a shit about a cable. They're just going to want to put the headset on their face. And then they're going to get in there and they're going to say, oh my God, this is not what PSVR 1. Like, I remember the tracking sucked. And like even today when I was playing one of the games, when I looked up, it would tell me to look down. And I was like, I just want to look up at the ceiling, like, don't tell me where to look. So.
It was so restricted. VR has moved on super fast.
Oh yeah.
I just couldn't believe, like, in 2019, my whole perception had changed just by using a Rift. Just by suddenly I'm making mixed reality content. Like, I was like, how is this even possible? Yeah, it's just great. And then in Quest, I remember like mid 2019, they're then talking about a standalone VR headset that, with all the features we know now. And yeah, I mean, end of the day, coming back to the Pro quickly, I would never, I even though as amazing as it is, I would love to buy one if it was half the price. If it was $700-800, now I've experienced it, I actually would find myself, which is a hell of a lot of money still,
This is a good way to raise the price, the expectations of the Quest 3 too, right? Like, because if this thing is so expensive, if they released the Quest 3 at $750, everybody would fucking cheer. They amazing. So they instead of having to go lowball, they can kind of price themselves at a decent price at maybe $5 or $6, right? So.
I think they'd be interested to see what the competition's doing again now, and I hope Meta aren't of the standpoint of we're better. I mean, it's quite sensible to go into the business side of things. You know, maybe they want like to be like the next Windows in VR and AR, because even though we all see it for gaming, businesses like the buzzword is meta. Do you know what I mean? The buzzword is the metaverse and working in that way, and it just wows people instantly, and that makes money. People want to invest in bullshit ideas that we probably think is not going to work, but I can just like I have conversations with people random, like on the train the other day, talking about, you know, what is the metaverse? And we're talking about this stuff, and he's just like instantly thinking about, how can I make money out of this? How can I make money? How can I so I can build a house and someone's going to buy the house and he's in a real house? It's like, oh my god, like this is amazing. And yeah, dude, I don't know. Let's just stick to gaming.
It's
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
revolutionary technology, and that's the thing. That's the magic of it at the end of the day. In terms of a business or even a social point of view, is that the technology erases space. You know, there are thousands of miles between the three of us right now, but in a heartbeat, we can all go step into the same physical space, and you know, the technology as it gets better, we're going to have realistic avatars, and we're going to have eye contact and all this stuff. It really does have numerous applications. And even though the technology isn't quite there yet, we can all see where it's going. So I imagine that the business minded people of the world, yeah, it's the next gold rush, right? Everybody's trying to get in.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
get in
I
right
think
now.
so. I met up with so you know, on the Pro, you can invite people into your home environment. So I invited Mike, BMF, and Steve Knows into my environment, right? And with the eye tracking and face tracking, Mike, when he smiled, looked like an absolute serial killer. I kept fingering Steve Knows' mouth.
You know who else
Right.
wants to figure Steve Knows' mouth?
My mom!
Oh man, she does.
What is up with it? But that's the thing, guys, right? Honestly, eye tracking and face tracking for me is probably one of the best technologies in VR. I love it. And it's weird because I know people want to keep down the hype, but I'm just going to go with the flow of how I feel. It excites the shit out of me talking to people, or in that way in VR. It just adds so much more feeling to
So
it.
let me
you
ask you
know?
this, GT, because I asked Mash this earlier. They're not planning? They say they're not planning on putting this in the Quest 3. Do you think that by the time it's released, I can't see that this technology, as much as they want to push Horizons Worlds, not being in there? And your experience is exactly what I would think they want everybody to feel when they go into these experiences, right?
I mean, all right, let's not say it's in Quest 3, but it will be in there eventually. It will be in every headset eventually. 100%. 100%.
It's impressive. The way it works is so good. It's like, I mean, I was in Horizon work room or whatever they call it, with Todd today, and I was on my flat screen monitor, and I was watching him in there, and it was like 1-to-1. He was blinking one eye and blinking the other eye, and you could see that happen. He was, moving his mouth. I mean, the only thing it doesn't track is your tongue, and thank God it doesn't do that.
That would
But
be
everything
weird.
else is really good. I mean, it's just impressive the way it is, and until you really experience it. GT's right. It's like it's just something that when you do experience it, you're like, wow, it's more impressive than it is when you think about it, when you actually see it.
It make like it not. Let me try and get the words right. Sorry. It's not very often you try something and it wows you in tech. I feel much these days. Not like when I like being a gamer through the years. Everything was amazing quite a lot of the time.
Nice, cut out again.
Oh, did we lose him again?
Yeah,
He was about to say something profound.
it
I
was.
know.
I think
gonna be
it's
super poignant.
I think it's the government trying to prevent him from saying what he wanted to say.
Oh, there he
So
is.
what?
He's back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we got to pull him in.
Are we back?
Yep.
Yep, we
You're
got
back.
you.
Okay. What was that?
You were talking about how these days it's kind of difficult for technology to wow us.
Yeah, would you agree with that though? Do you guys agree with that statement anyway?
It's got to be something new, something impressive, definitely for sure. And that's what I was thinking about when Mash was talking about him and Todd goofing around and with their eyeballs and stuff. Is like, can you imagine having that or doing that 6 months from now with Todd? Like, hey Todd, let's go like show, check each other's mouths and eyes and stuff. I guess the question is how long before it becomes old hat or it doesn't mean much, or do you think it would mean? Because this is the thing. You go in there and you hang out with enough people that have the eye tracking for a while. Is it going to be jarring when you go into somebody's regular avatar that's slumming it with a regular Quest 2? Right?
Yeah. I mean, all I mean is I think the Quest Pro gives you a glimpse of the future, like a glimpse of, and I don't mean in terms of FOV, because the other thing, it's going to be really hard for people to judge the FOV of this headset. You can literally wind the lenses forward and backwards. So, like for me personally, maybe because of the way my forehead is, to my nose, to my eyes, I can get those lenses pretty damn close. So the FOV is really quite good for me. I'll be interested to hear, what did you think of that particular feature, Mesh?
That was fantastic. As long as you don't have a super small IPD, because that was the only thing I tried to. I had them cranked right up to my face, like the same thing you do with the Valve Index. The Valve Index has a dial on the side. You can bring the lenses right up to your eyes, almost to the point where you can actually have your like eyelashes touch the lenses.
Yeah.
But if you have a small IPD like below 64, I think I tried to push it down below, and it started to really pinch and hurt my nose because your lenses are so far close to your eyes at that point. What happens is though when you start to close in that IPD, it really gets to be an issue. So yeah, but other than that, like I have like a 67 IPD. It was awesome to get those lenses right up to your eyes, and it is so night and day difference over the Quest 2 because the Quest 2 you got those individual screens, and the way you do it, you almost get a square look in the Quest 2 because the way the screens are, you get like it's not even round edges in the side like you're looking through binoculars. It's almost like you're looking through two squares with the Quest 2, especially if you're all the way open on the IPD. If you're like one of those people that have to be almost all the way open, it's just not a great look. And here, you just don't see that at all. It's tough to catch the edges of the lenses.
Yeah, see, I've got like a what's called an Anglo-Saxon nose, I think it is, something like that. Like it's really it's quite straight. It's not very wide. It's quite thin, I guess, in terms of the bridge. And I remember thinking, if I get into a fight and I get this thing broken, I'm gonna be fucked. Like it's quite a big nose. And so like my IPD is like 60. Well, actually, the headset told me I'm a 64. Weirdly enough, have you done that, Mash, where you go into Horizons and it makes you set up the headset again?
No, I didn't go to Horizons today. Todd did, but it made me set it up in the actual menu itself when I was setting up the eye tracking. It did my IPD, but I didn't do it in Horizons.
Yeah, so I went into Horizons. It basically made me adjust the headset like height to tell me that where I had it wasn't perfect for my face. That's what I'm saying. I was like, what the fuck? The headset's telling me I've got it on wrong, right?
Yeah.
So I've then moved it around. I've tightened it up. And then, yeah, like it said, move the IPD because I had it on 63 because I'm pretty sure on PSVR 2 I was 63 or something. And I've always stuck to that. So I put it to 64 and it was like, yeah, you're in. I was like, okay. And then I could wind the lenses in really close, like we were saying. And yeah, I just wish it wasn't so expensive.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be, I'm interested to see what other channels say about it, but I can't really, like, this is the only place I'll interact. Like everywhere else, I'm not going to look and I'm not going to watch any videos because I need to keep my thoughts on this for me right.
So basically, what you're saying is that we don't have any influence on your thoughts whatsoever.
No, like, I couldn't help it. Like I could just listen to you guys talking. I'm actually at the gym. I'm in the car park. I was just like, because I thought, I'll take my headphones today so I can listen to the show while I'm in the gym. And I was just sitting there thinking, oh, I'd so want to speak because I haven't been able to.
I know it's been quiet.
I haven't been able to speak recently, and yeah. So thank you.
This is a headset that I want everybody to try, but I don't want anybody to buy it. That's what I'm saying. It's the weirdest thing.
yeah, like this is if you can get to a local shop or something to try it, definitely try it. But I don't know if they'd even give you long enough because, to be fair, I think it took me a good hour to really feel comfortable with everything and understand it all. And it wasn't like instantaneously, wow, wow, wow. It was like, oh, you can do this. Oh, this works like this, and oh, this application uses that. It wasn't instant for me.
You know, Roots, we might have to make the leap and go ahead and bring down some bad karma on ourselves and go take advantage of some return policy
Oh
somewhere,
yeah,
right?
that's true. What is that? Is it selling at Best Buy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
they got them at Best Buy.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
sure do.
Oh,
You can get them
Jesus.
on installment from Amazon, 12 payments, like $100 and some bucks each.
Do you
By the
know
time we
what? I
get,
think you could sell it. I think you could sell it again quite quickly. Even if you guys got it for a week to review, you could then sell it again, probably for the same money you paid for it. And actually, if you can get the full face mask, it's like they're all magnetic. I've had someone reach out to me on Facebook. They're offering me money for it.
Really?
They're like,
yo,
Yep.
yeah, they want to
you
make
can't get them
molds of
yet.
it.
You can't get them
Oh,
here.
you can't get it yet.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't get one. Yeah.
oh, that explains it. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh,
here's my problem. If I were to buy it like that, instead
Ain't
of
going
trying
away.
to sell it, I'd start trying to sell my other shit so I didn't have to sell it.
Right. If it's so good, I might end up keeping it, right?
it's like, don't get me wrong. It's not like it is. It is amazing. I'm talking about everything in a massive, massive circle
Mm.
of technology, not just gaming. Like so far, gaming's been the least thing I've done on it. That's the thing. That's the
Of
whole
course,
problem. You know?
you're still in the honeymoon phases though. You're still playing all the little tech demos and playing with the toys. But as time goes along, we're going to start to see more developers do what Red Matter did and do what Synth Riders and
Demio.
have done. Yeah, and Demio, and we're going to start to see more gaming that's tailored around it. Even if Meta says it's not a gaming headset, game developers are supporting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think to myself, if these, I mean, bear in mind, like we say, Demio Resolution are big companies in the VR space, and they are big companies in the VR space. But outside of that, they're probably still known as an indie studio. If they're going to put the time and effort into making mixed reality for a not a consumer product, like what would they achieve on a gaming headset with mixed reality? Like if they
They're already
actually
working
went
on
right.
it.
Right.
That's what I'm
They're
saying, dude. Like,
Yeah, they're already doing it.
it's not going anywhere, you know, and they obviously believe in it. Like, if that's what I'm trying to say, if developers are willing to, like, you know, not make money at the moment to make something they think is so fucking cool, just because they think it's cool, you know, they're not making it. It's not a free update. Most of this stuff.
Yeah,
Think
but
about who
I
you're
just think to
talking about here. Think about indie VR devs are indie VR devs because they're the type of people that will work on something just because it's cool. That's how they got into this, right? They weren't making money at
yeah.
first. They were yeah.
plus there's not many
That's why I make.
experiences out there. So I think it's smart. If any developers are out there listening, like why would you not want to put your game up there in the list of the few experiences that people can use this new technology with, right? So
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those headsets that I feel a lot of people are not necessarily rushing out to review because you can't really rush out to review it. You've really got to settle down with it and understand it. Like I'm going to spend all day in it today, as much as I can without getting a headache. I need the more hours I get with this thing because we're going to Salt Lake City next week, so I haven't really got all the time in the world. I'd like to ideally spend a whole week living with it, you know. Max, you've got yours before me anyway. You had yours the day before, didn't you?
I get mine yesterday. I got mine yesterday morning. I wasn't even gonna get.
I
I wasn't even gonna get it. I literally was not gonna get this thing because I wasn't gonna go buy it. And I'm just like, Todd was gonna buy one, and I'm like, he'll have one for the channel. That's good enough for me. I'll leave it alone. And then I just kind of worked out where I had somebody that decided to get one for me for business to do some stuff for work. So
for business.
yeah, for my business, I shouldn't say business for work. To do some research with it, so you know that's the only reason I got one. Otherwise, I wouldn't have one either. But I'm glad I do because I'm just impressed with the technology, and you know I'm enjoying the time I had in it. a lot of the time we do these things because we have to, right? And and you're like, it becomes a chore a lot of times. And I've been really having a lot of fun doing what I'm doing with it, and that's only been a day or two, but still, I enjoyed. I was in it for probably 6 hours today. I enjoyed every minute I had in it, even just from doing the mundane setup stuff. I thought was super
Yeah.
cool. GT, did you
Right.
do the I Expect You to Die demo?
I
The
did
mixed reality thing?
mate. Capturing mixed reality at the moment on that headset is fucking a nightmare. I did a
I
video,
know.
a mixed reality video in my front room because my wife wouldn't let me do it in the bedroom. So I had to move everything downstairs, and I did. This is what I'm saying. You're talking about I am an indie channel. I am going out of my way to make a stupid video on a fucking mixed reality thing that no one's going to care about. But yeah, I did that, and it's so bloody short, but it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's so good.
I've heard that before.
Well,
From Mrs. Wes.
Yeah, from her.
well, like you were saying though, that the West, the honeymoon phase. I had fun setting up my Quest 2 and going through all the paces and all the things that I could do when it first came out too. And I'm not saying that the technology is not cool. I just, like Wes said, it'll be interesting to see, after 6 months, how much of it's kind of waned. Yeah, when the shine's kind of gone.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any real benefit for my gaming experiences with this, really. Already, I kind of think to myself, all right, PCVR, I think it's the best PCVR headset I have now, even over Pico. And it's weird because the resolution is less. It's weird. It doesn't make sense to me, but it looks clearer. Don't know if
I thought the same thing. Yeah.
So you think that the resolution's less on PCVR?
No. Sorry, the resolution's less on the headset than Pico 4. Sorry.
Yeah, the lenses are less.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. I thought it had a higher render resolution than because that shows what I know.
Well, have a look. Have a look. I mean, I'm pretty sure. What is the resolution of the headset itself, of the Pro?
It is 19. I can't remember now.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the Pico 4 is like over 2K.
It's actually less. The resolution is less than the lenses that are in the Quest 2. It's
right,
it's right there, but it's just a little bit less. But it looks way better because it's got 37% more pixel density. That's why.
Yeah,
but yeah,
but
the resolution is less.
I think the Pico 4 though, was it posting? What was that posting?
Pico 4 is 2K
PDI,
per eye. Yeah, Pico 4 is 2K per eye.
What's the PD on it though? The PDI or PD 1200.
Oh, you're
it's
right.
crazy on Pico 4.
Quest Pro resolution 1800 by 1920 per eye.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's less than the Quest 2.
Yeah, that's not good, man.
But it's way better, Wes. I'm telling you, it's so much better.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's all about the panels. It's better than the Valve Index. I tried the Valve Index.
It's all about the panels.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like the color accuracy and brightness because of the local dimming. You think makes that big of a difference in the overall image?
No, it's pixel density. It's how many? How's it described?
I mean the pixel density. It can't be the pixel density because there's more field of view, and that would decrease the pixel density. Not
mate. There must be magic going on then because I can't explain that. I've played Contractors, obviously Quest 2, Pico 4, Vario. I think I tried it on the Pro, and the Pro was the one. Actually, the Vario did as well. They both did. Actually, made me think, wow.
So
this game looks a lot different.
While the resolution.
Yeah, and like I said, the pixel density is 37% more on the Pro than the Quest 2.
That's the only thing I can put it down to.
Pixel density over. Well, you're talking about resolution when you're they're talking. Well, anyway, they say that it's due to the lenses. There's a 25% improvement in sharpness at the center of the field of view and 50% improvement across your peripheral, meaning there's a larger sweet spot.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. The sweet spot is so big, Wes, that I couldn't barely tell the difference when I was adjusting the IPD.
Artful says quantum dot gives you 4 pixels to the Pico's 1 pixel.
There you go. So you're talking about subpixels,
Right?
Now that is that's that was kind of the difference between the Quest 1 and the Quest 2. You know, the Quest 1 had a pretty high resolution, but it only had 2 subpixels per pixel, where the Quest 3 had or the Quest 2 had 3, and it made a profound difference.
Yeah, so I'm imagining that's probably more what we're talking about is subpixels.
Right.
All right, I'm getting it. You convinced me. I'm selling everything.
I mean, it's profound. It's a profound difference. Like, I wasn't expecting it because I knew it was a lesser resolution headset. So, and we've been talking about this leading up for this for months, is how we didn't think the visuals were worth the upgrade here. And I was blown away today. I went into Red Matter today, a standalone Red Matter 2, and it was one of the best things, the best experiences I've ever had. Definitely the best experience I've ever had in a standalone headset. But it rivaled any PCVR headset or visuals I've ever seen. It was amazing. And that was one that they did take advantage, because they made me track my eyes and get my eye tracking right before I started the game. So as soon as you load into that game, it makes you, it makes you follow a dot on the screen to make sure your eye tracking is right. So they're using the foveated rendering big time in that.
Wow.
Mate, yeah. All I can say is what I see. Yeah, I didn't want it to wow me, to be honest. Obviously, you know, I kind of think to myself, God, I'd love to say what a waste of fucking money this is, but I can't.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna go buy one.
Now Zuck needs to send Virtual Strangers 2 sets.
There you go.
1 for each.
He does. He
agree.
does. The box still
one.
pisses me off. The box makes it look like a bloody gaming device.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it looks just like Quest packaging, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It looks better. It actually, honestly, Wes, this headset is. I hope you guys do get one, even if you sell it. You should, if you're a VR enthusiast and you just want to experience it and see what you think, then I definitely recommend it. I'm glad I've experienced it. Whether I would still buy one though,
I bet
that amount of money.
I bet I could get 300 for my Quest 2. If I could start parting things out here, I could start getting myself closer to that number, right?
That is true, though. I mean, you wouldn't need a Quest 2 if you have this.
No.
Yeah, for sure. No, you would never need.
You know, that is true. You've already, you know, if you can sell it for 250, 300, if that helps, then.
Well,
yeah.
plus nobody's talked about the elephant in the room. This one's the other one's white and evil. This one is nice and sleek. I like it. I think it does look cool.
So
the form factor looks. I think it looks cool.
It looks like
350. I get 350 for the haptics vest.
Yeah, see,
your wheel. Get
your
rid of that
wheel. You're not using the
wheel.
wheel.
Yeah, I see it.
Dude, you're there, Wes.
You're halfway,
you're
Wes.
Yeah, you're.
Probably get $1.75 for my PlayStation VR.
Yeah, because you're not gonna need it soon, right?
I've seen a PSVR for £40.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's. I'm annoyed. I'm like, no, it's worth more than that.
It is.
Well,
worth
think about
more
how
than
much
that.
of a great time you could have for $50. If you could buy it for $50, man.
I know.
How you could just sit there and play 50 games that are freaking amazing.
Resident Evil 7, dude. Like, crazy.
Astrobot, we can go on for an hour,
God,
and actually,
Farpoint.
that's what we were about to do, is talk about Here They Lie, because there's one that you still can't play on any other platforms, and in my opinion, is one of the most probably the most unique game I've ever played.
Yeah.
I rewound your stream yesterday was to see how long you looked at the lady when you first meet her.
They shove it in your face, man. Like,
no, they do. I know. I remember playing that game. I think I had the social screen on, and my wife's next to me, and I was must have been like,
what are you staring at?
Yeah.
I hope she wasn't watching when you went to the peephole, the club.
Oh, dude. No. No, that was the Here They Are. I couldn't stop playing that. I probably started it at 8 at night and then probably just kept going till I finished it. It's an amazing game.
Yeah, we did a start to finish stream of it yesterday, and we got so deep into kind of the philosophy behind what's going on there that it took me an extra 90 minutes over the last time I ran it. We went over 6 hours streaming that game, and you can run through it in like 4 if you're just playing. But we're discussing what was going on so much that
Yeah.
that we really took our time and digested it slowly.
Beautiful. Right, guys, I'm gonna have to go because I've got to get in the gym.
Hey, go work out, man. Go work out. Get your work.
Get it
Thank
in.
you. Thank you ever so much, guys. All right, I'll speak to you soon.
All
We'll
right.
see you
All right.
soon.
Have a good night.
Take care.
Later, man.
Stay safe.
You
Bye.
good.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
So Eric, tell me, we've talked about Here They Lie many times on this channel. I believe the very first Because I Said So title, right? Roots, the first thing I ever made you play was Here They Lie.
Yeah, I believe it
Wow.
was.
That's going back.
That is
years.
going back. I'm gonna switch.
Yeah,
Let me
back-
switch the sources real quick. Since he's gone there. Okay, so we should be good.
So, yeah, back in the old Monday show days, we had Roots check this one out. But here we are covering it yet again, and it's not all going to be rehash because this is your first time ever playing Here They Lie. So I'm very interested, Eric, to hear what did you think about this title?
This game is so freaky, man. I don't know what to think of this game. This game is a complete like mind job. I mean, this is I don't know. I don't get it. I do get it. It's so creepy. I don't know what. So I didn't watch your stream last night because you said don't watch my stream. Go in and play it and just do your thing. I don't get it. Why is like some things in color, some things black and white? Is it like I don't understand that like correlation to it.
I don't think that there's any kind of profound meaning behind it. I think that it's a design choice. It's a way for the developers to highlight things that have meaning. So, like if you see a red glow, it grabs your attention. You know that you need to go to that thing. The gold masks on the enemies. You want to stay away from those guys, right? You don't want to get anywhere near them. The glowing eyes, things like this. I think that the developer was basically using the color as a way to point things out. Now, why is it black and white? I think that plays a little bit more into what the game actually is. And I don't know how much you didn't play it all the way through, did you?
No, God, no. There's just too much here. I mean, like I said, I think your first playthrough would probably take you at least 6 hours to go through this whole thing, just because there's so much to look at and see, and the environments are cool. And I will say one thing. I'll say one thing up front, because I've heard you talking about this game for years now, and you're always like, it's visually not a great game. It doesn't look good. It's old. So I had a terrible, but you always said it's way worth it because of the story and because of the gameplay and what's going on, and not really the gameplay because it's more like a walking sim, but still it's the story and it's the environments bringing you through it, but it's not the visuals that bring you through it. So I actually was kind of surprised at how good it looked. I thought it looked better than I thought it would, but I had a really poor, I didn't think it was going to be bad. I thought it was going to be really, really bad. And I actually thought it was okay. I mean, for an older game, I mean, how old is this game? When did it come out?
Oh yeah. No, this was a launch title with PlayStation VR, and yeah, what you're saying is true. The deficiencies visually are all in the headset. It's not the game itself. It's the headset. Now, if you were playing it on one of the older,
I don't think we froze up.
Oh, we lose Wes?
Yeah, he's froze up a couple times. Oh, he's back. You back, Wes?
Yeah,
you
am I
froze
back?
up or something. Yeah, you're back.
Okay. All right. So basically, what I'm saying now is the experience was different on PS4 and PS4 Pro, as there were, well, maybe not even so much the Pro as the original, because there was a lot more aliasing. There was fixed foveated rendering and stuff like this at play. Today, all that stuff's gone, and the visuals look much better because of that. Although there is still some blur with regards to the resolution. That's all the headset. It's not the game itself. This is stuff that you that you experience with all PlayStation VR games. But you're right. It's a beautiful game in terms of what they're rendering out. It's highly detailed.
The environments are gorgeous too, right? I love it.
Yeah, I wish they would have done a pro patch or a 5 patch, or I'd love to see this on another headset, because I was walking through looking at the environments and I couldn't believe it. Like, it's so, like, just everything, the detail, the flapping, like, canopies of the material, and it just looked so good, and it was so huge, that whole complex as you're making your way down. It did look a little bit blurry, and it took me a little bit to get used to, but it's amazing.
Yeah, the scale in this game as you go through these environments, some of the best usage of just massive scale that we've ever seen. Some of the largest structures that I've ever experienced in a VR game. It's breathtaking at times.
And the black and white thing, even though I didn't understand the correlation between the black and white, and I thought it was a story thing.
Well, it is the black and white. I was speaking to the color specifically before, but the black and white kind of is a correlation in a sense, because spoiler alert, as not major spoilers, but thematically, what you're experiencing is kind of like a memory, a recreation of an older time. So that's why it lacks color.
But I like it. I like the style. Like, a lot of times you would be like, especially in like a VR game, you're like, I wouldn't want a black and white game. It works here. I don't know if it's like the environments or whatever it is, but or because it makes the things that are in color stand out so much. But it works. I mean, I like the black and white. Maybe it's like a Wilson's Heart kind of thing. I kind of like that too. I don't know why, but I did.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it works so well in Here They Lie, and this was one of the very first VR games I ever played. It works so well with this game that I kind of have an affinity for it when other games do it now. So like when I play a Wilson's Heart or something like that that's in black and white, it kind of throws me back to this one. And I feel like maybe I like it a bit more because I liked it so well here. But really, the graphics and the art is just a smidgen of what's going on here with this game. Some really disturbing and visceral visuals you come to encounter, especially when you make it into like the third or fourth level, when you start to encounter other living things, which takes a while, right?
Yeah, almost an hour, I think, for me today. I don't know, Eric, did you get to any like crazy things going on? I don't know how much I don't want to ruin anything. There was moments for me that I was just like, my jaw dropped. I was like, what is fucking happening? Like, what are they doing? Did you get to any of those crazy parts?
Yeah, just in a little bit. I probably got maybe an hour or just a little over an hour in. So does it get crazier? I was gonna say, does it get crazier than that?
How far did you make it specifically? Just tell me.
Which section? The subway, past the subway.
So you made it into the abandoned city part.
Yeah.
Dude, you haven't even started playing yet. Like that's
you're pulling a Ruuts, bro.
Yeah, dude, you haven't even gotten into anything yet. This town is not abandoned. This place is full of other creatures and full of other humanoids. I don't know. These are humanoid. These are people, right? Ruuts.
Yeah, they're like people with masks or something, man. But there's a deeper story going on here. And even today, when I was playing it, I was kind of like getting enthralled and just everything that's going on, because I want to know what the hell's. I can't even remember what happened, why there's lava people and all this shit happening. These phone calls are very intriguing. The storytelling is very good in this. And I would like to see them do another game like this, but I know we know that's not
well. Here's the thing. In terms of another game, this team has disbanded. Right, they're no longer together. The studio's still open. It's called Tangent Games. There's different people there, so we won't ever see a direct sequel to this. But a large number of the people that worked on this game are now working on another horror game at a brand new studio. The creator of this game is the head of that studio. So we have that to look forward to. We've talked about it before. It's called Eyes Out.
Right.
And it's probably the thing that I'm most excited for in terms of upcoming games. I can't wait to see what they're working on.
Cool.
But you're right. There's stuff going on here, and it's difficult to really even describe it. It's like storytelling isn't strong enough a word, because this game is rife with philosophy and symbolism. It's kind of hard to get a grip on, even with 2 playthroughs. I didn't really quite understand what was happening here. And when the first time they play it through here, they just say, what the fuck was that? They think that the meaning of it is just to be shocking with visuals and things like that. But that the more you play it and the more you kind of analyze what's happening, the more you realize that, sure, it's trying to shock you on that level, but there's a reason behind it. There's a meaning to it. And again, it's unlike anything I've ever played. It really is artwork, and it makes me so interested in what these guys are working on, because I got to imagine that it's going to be something else like this, right? Something that has layered meaning.
Yeah.
Do you think this is why you like Blair Witch so much? They're kind of like a bit similar, kind of, just like in the story, not in the story, but like in the atmosphere, I guess, or the weirdness.
Well, yeah, there is a bit of surrealism at play in both. You're right about that. They both get kind of dreamlike, or I guess nightmare-like at times. They do share that, and we talked about that earlier today, actually. There aren't enough games that take advantage of VR in this way. Games where you turn your head for a moment, you look back, and things have changed.
Right.
It works very well for a horror game, because now after you realize that anything can change at any moment, now you have this sense of uneasiness about you, because it's like you're walking on ice for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know which direction to go through with it, because I don't want to ruin it for you. I want you to play this game, Eric. You need to experience it, and I want to talk to you again about it after you've finished it. That way we can really kind of get into the meat and potatoes of what's happening here. So I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I want to get to the end of this game for sure. I mean, I can just see already that there's something here that I want to see what's at the end, right?
Yeah, well, the end is where it kind of comes together with regards to what the moral of the story is, so to speak. The ending is slightly changeable. There are parts in the game where you have choices to make, probably a handful, maybe 5 or 6 different things that you can choose to do or not do, and it affects the dialogue at the end of the game. And even at the end of the game, there's a choice. So there is a little bit of variability, although
that's cool.
Visually it's the same dialogue that changes. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss.
Do we lose Wes?
I think so.
Okay.
Hey, you're back.
We got you back. Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, okay. I think maybe my system's struggling here with all this stuff running in it. Maybe that's what's causing me to drop out.
How many times have you played through this, Wes? Like, how many times have you gone, like, played it and gone played it all the way through to the end? That's a lot.
Probably 6 or 7. I've got 3.
A lot.
Yeah, I've got 3 full playthroughs on YouTube.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's kind of a ritual for me.
That says a lot about a game. I know you these is like, the horror, mind fuckery type games are your type of game, but that says a lot about a game that you would finish it 7 times.
It's so different, man. I literally struggle to think of anything to compare it to that I've experienced in terms of games. This is more like I don't know, man. It is
Happy Humble Burger Farm. Oh, it's not like that.
There you go.
But Tom Flesh Eater Gaming says that's another great gem with a really unique story and secrets.
Really?
But yeah, no, the story on this, MASH, like I said, another hour in and your jaw's gonna drop at shit that's happening. You're just be like, what is I don't know. For me, it was just like a shock to the system, and but in a good way.
It's intentionally done like that. I think. I think for them to call it a horror game, they had to put some disturbing shit in it, and I think for a lot of people, the visuals in the game are just so shocking and brutal. What you're looking at. Even vulgar in some scenes, that the meaning behind it kind of gets lost. It's so intense and so disturbing that people aren't really able to kind of think about it. I think that's the reason why it takes multiple playthroughs to kind of come to grips with it, because this game, it deals with death in the afterlife. It deals with human nature at a very basic core, people's proclivity towards violence and sex and depression. This game touches on all of that stuff, and it deals with afterlife theories like reincarnation, all sorts of new age philosophy, kind of all mushed into one. And again, this is all stuff that's hidden. It's not overt. It's stuff that you only notice when you contemplate it. And again, I've never seen or played anything else that kind of goes at it on this level. It's the type of thinking that I haven't really done about any kind of piece of media since I was in college, in English literature, trying to analyze old literary works. It's literally that type of thing.
I was gonna say, you could write probably a detailed essay on it, right? Because this is like one of those things that you can break down, and everybody's got a different take on it, I guess, I would imagine, right?
Well, people certainly have things to add, and that was what made the streams so great yesterday. Is like any great piece of art, everyone gets their own meaning from it. And there's enough vagueness here. They give you enough space to kind of fill in the blanks for yourself.
Yeah.
But avoiding any kind of detail with regard to that, because we're going to let Eric play it first. Let's talk a little bit more about some surface level stuff here that I know that you had the chance to experience. So you found yourself isolated in the abandoned rail station to start the game. Did you walk up to the clock? Let's start there.
I did not.
What?
You didn't walk up to the clock.
You got to walk up to the clock?
To notice, well, it puts you into this kind of, so the first thing you hear when you step off the train is this tick-tock, tick-tock. Yeah. You hear the clock, and it's the only thing making noise in the whole room at that time. If you walk up to it and focus on it, you go into the kind of this hallucination state where the tick-tocks slow down and all the visuals kind of get wavy and all of these little sparkly things kind of move into your field of view. And it's not based on your proximity to the clock, but whether or not you're staring at it, paying attention to it. Now, again, I think this is something that has meaning, but besides that, it's just a really cool effect.
They do that a lot, actually. There's a lot of cues, sound cues that lead you. Like you're not sure which way to go, and then you hear something happening, a door slam, and
Pipe
turn, and and you're like, oh, I'm going this way.
So this is something you would completely miss, though, right? If you don't go do this, so it's not like they force you to go do it.
Right, and a lot of what this game has is stuff like that. If you're not paying uber close attention, then this stuff's going to fly right over your head. And for most people that I've watched play it, it does. It goes right over their head. Nobody notices half the stuff this game has.
I was thinking today, because I got to a point and there was like 3 or 4 different ways. And I was like, I started going down a path and I was wondering, assuming it was the right way. I was like, I wonder if, there's different stuff down all these different paths. And then I got to this end and I found this note or picture of something in a box, and then it was a dead end, and I was like, oh, I just answered my own question. Every one of those pathways has something down it. It's just right. are you you might not find, if you just go beeline it for the way to get through to each area, you are going to miss a lot of just little things that are filling in, and it's not just reading this thing. Like, it'll take you into this whole sequence where you're hearing a conversation with your pal or whatever it is. So it's just it fills in the gaps really well.
Do you still find new stuff when you go in, Wes? Like, is there anything that you go in after now and you're like, oh, I didn't see that last time?
Every time.
Wow.
Literally every time. And I did last year. I didn't think I'd find anything new, and I was surprised when I found one thing that was new. Yesterday, there was like 3 or 4 things I'd never noticed before. It blew my mind, that I'd missed all this stuff. But yeah, every time I've played this game, I've noticed things that I didn't see before. The game, these developers, they make you pay attention. Well, they don't make you, but if you don't really pay attention, then you're going to miss everything. Basically, you're going to miss everything that they put into it, whether it be the meaning of the game or all of these cool little sequences. Did you stop and look at the pictures on the wall when you were going down the tunnels?
Yeah, they change. I did notice that.
They melt, dude. And
yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with this, but so I hear, if you ingest certain psychedelic materials and you stare at things, it's a very similar effect to what happens in those photographs.
Yeah, because what happens?
Swirly?
Yeah, what happens is it just the focus gets weird. It kind of looks like things are. Oh, I've heard. It makes things. Right? Yeah,
it's a very gradual thing. You look at it and then you start to think, did something move? And then you stare at it a little bit more, and it just starts to distort a little bit. And they did a very, very good job at reproducing that sensation, that effect. And it just shows me beyond a shadow of a doubt that these guys have lived a full life before they got into developing games, because they couldn't have nailed it so well if they hadn't had prior experience with it.
Yeah, true.
But beyond stuff like that, you'll find images on the wall in certain parts of the game where you literally, at first you'll think it's just a picture, but if you try to look at something really closely, you'll start to hear something, be it a siren or whispers or things like this. As I found yesterday in the game, that literally you have to go nose to nose.
Nose to nose. Oh, you cut out.
You know what?
For a second, you said nose to nose.
No, what I'm saying is there are things hidden in this game, like sound effects and things that don't play in the headset unless, I found certain images that literally I had to get this close to before the audio would change, and I would hear a siren, or I would hear whispers, or things like that, conversations, stuff that you would never notice just walking by, or even standing a couple feet away from it. You wouldn't notice it, but when you get close, it starts to bleed in. Wow. There's stuff like this all through the game.
That's crazy.
It is.
That's why this game's just like a complete mind job, right? They're like, that's what these trippy games are like. They're so fun to go through, but they make you they affect you profoundly when you do some of these games sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in VR.
It's interesting because they've made this game so that different people can enjoy it in different ways. Like if you like just shock value, they've got that. If you like deep meaning and philosophy, they've got that. If you like just innovative level design, they've got that. This game is a maze. It's a labyrinth. You're trying to find your way out or in, depending on how you look at it.
What if you're a pacifist and you want it to be a pacifist story? They don't have that. You don't want to play this game.
Well, they allow you to be a pacifist,
that's
and
true.
The ending is different if you're a pacifist.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Everybody should be a pacifist.
Artful says, so Wes wants this in PSVR 2 with the increased haptics and facial haptics with the ticking clock.
Ooh,
that would be great, but even if they just gave me a visual remaster, just put it in 4K just like it is, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, those environments are so detailed, and the sound design as well is so good, right? All the sounds. I mean, just this is a really a game that gets forgotten, I think, and it is AAA level, and if it had the visual fidelity, I think it would just be like on the top level tier along Farpoint, right?
I think what really held it back as a VR game are some technical things with regards to the controls. They're very heavy-handed with the comfort. Like, you have to choose. Do you want smooth turning, or do you want to be able to see? Because if you have smooth turning on, the blinders, the vignette, it goes down to like 75%. Like, you can't see anything. So it kind of forces you to take snap turning.
Just manually. Wait, it's PSVR. You can't even do that. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only thing that bothered me was the snap turn. But I mean, you get over it, right?
They also have this weird way that they tackle headset-based movement, so that if you're looking at something while you're moving,
I'll be back in a second.
like the direction that you're moving will gradually change degree by degree, and what that actually does is make a lot of people sick. And again, it's something that they put in there to try to keep people from getting sick, but it has the opposite effect.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm having like this Katy Perry eye moment right now. my eye's like sticking. I don't think it's as bad, and it's like actually one eye shutting, but I don't know what it is.
I can see why. I mean, this was so early in VR. I can see why it was done that way, right? And they have never updated this game, right? They didn't update it. Did they update it for the PS4 Pro?
I think it did get a Pro patch.
Oh.
I'm not sure about that, but it certainly looks a lot better on the Pro. I would assume that it did.
Rogue TR,
but I can see why the mechanics are that way for moving and stuff, because it was so early in VR.
Yeah, but Rogue TR has a good point. It's worse than snap turning. It's blink turning, and it is. It's got that flash as you're turning, and it's like the worst kind.
That actually makes me more sick than not having any vignetting at all.
Yeah.
It really sucks it sucks on so many levels from a technical standpoint, but it's so good at what it does well that I look past all that stuff.
Yeah,
because I have to, right?
Remaster, we want it, Sony.
There you go.
Please.
Yes, please, and thank you.
I think we're going to shelf the conversation on it there. If you want a more detailed analysis of the game, go back and watch the stream I did last night. Take it in parts. I know it's a lot, but we really go deep on it there. We will return to this after Eric finishes it, because I do want to kind of have a conversation with him about it and see what he thinks and kind of talk through some of the finer points. But we will save that for a later day.
For sure. I might even try and get into it this weekend. I got a little break this weekend. I can maybe get in there and beat it this weekend.
Nice.
Well, you get another hour in, you're not going to want to stop.
See, I like games like that. That's what happened to me with Farpoint. I got into it so much, and I probably would have gotten that today, but the problem is I had so much other Quest Pro stuff I was trying to do at the same time, so I had to force myself to get back out.
I would not be going in the PlayStation VR 1 if I had the Quest Pro. I give you props for getting in there.
Well, let me just tell you, Eric, this world is populated by a lot of people, and
I didn't make it far enough to see any I thought it was just like abandoned.
It's about to change for you. It's about to change for you. You're about to start descending into the game, and it's going to take a noted turn in terms of tone. And when it starts, it's a gradual build, but it goes all the way to the end.
And I will give you this one tidbit, Eric. Everything's not benign. It's not just this walking. Let me walk through this environment and I'm safe. You're gonna need to keep your wits about you, bro.
Oh boy.
That's right.
All right. Now I got to do this.
And pay attention to the stuff. Pay attention to everything. Like, if you happen upon a room that has a chair in it that's sitting there, pointed towards a picture on the wall, It's because the developers want you to fucking stare at the picture on the wall.
Well, I was gonna say, do I go sit in the chair? Can I go sit in the chair?
Go stand in front of the chair and just stare for a minute at the picture.
Yep.
So many people I saw overlook stuff like that. Like the fucking chair is pointed at the thing. They're spelling it out for you.
Well, it's
People
just like I say,
run
if you
right
hear a
by.
big door slam next to you to your right, they want you to go that direction. You know, I mean,
You're going to find signs on the wall that tell you go this way, like everything. Like literally it'll say this way. And they're not lying to you. That's the way to go, but you don't have to go that way. You can go the other way too. Anyway, let's make a move toward getting this thing wrapped up. We did 2 hours on Quest Pro. So
it's
I
GT.
probably
I blame
would
GT.
Yeah.
I probably would have cut a topic if it weren't for the fact that what we're about to do is actually pretty abbreviated. Is that right? About 20 minutes to play through this thing?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, maybe a little bit longer than that, but yeah, it's not real long for sure. But man, it's a lot of fun.
You know who hates it when it's not real long?
My mom.
Yeah.
So we're going to check out Propagation VR right now. And for the record, I've never played this game for a single minute. This will be the very first time I've ever went into it. I've never done a tutorial, nothing. I've booted into the menu screen, and that's it. So Eric and I are going to go right now. We're going to don our B-Haptics vests, and we're going to play it live for you right now.
I'm ready. My vest ready.
Eric, are you going to play it on the Quest 2? OG?
No, I don't think
Eric's like, I've never put another headset on.
Ever. Ever. I don't know. I got the Pico 4 coming Monday.
Dude, I wouldn't be slumming it with the Quest 2. You got the Pico 4, you got this Quest 2 Pro, you got the Vario or whatever the over there. Crazy.
You don't need that garbage. You should just throw it away. Sell it.
Yeah, or send it to me and Wes.
Right, there we go.
I'll
Anyway,
take the Max. Wes can take that. Oh.
Yeah.
Please bear with us for 2 or 3 minutes here, ladies and gents, while we get everything switched over. Yeah, and you could just, if you want, Ruuts, just kind of interact with the chat a little bit while we get set up.
Yeah. Should I switch the scene over? I guess it doesn't matter, huh?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. All right. Let me. They're not on here, so let me get your audio for this here. I don't have a desktop on here. I have to add audio. There we go. That should capture you got the audio, I believe. All right. You love the baptism? Woot baptism. Okay, so I'm coming late into this conversation. Too much caffeine. They're out. Yeah, D, they left me all alone. D.
I'm scared. I don't know what to do.
So Propagation VR, I was just telling them, I don't think I've played this either. I know this was like the thing for a while there, right? But it was like only 20, 30 minutes. I'd be wasting my time in there. That's chicken feed, right? Actually, now I want to go in there. Check it out. Maybe I should go out. I should leave. For my oh, wait. I think Wes is moving. See, now my camera's gone. Now nobody's here. Bring it back. That's a good question. So you want, if you could paint a pass-through window on Quest Pro while you're playing a PC game for your sim racing wheel, I don't see why not. I'm pretty sure from what Mash was saying is you can draw around anything, like anything. Kind of, there was like a game that did that right recently that Todd was talking about, that lets you kind of put a net around your couch and then it incorporated that into your game or whatever. This is kind of similar. Just put that mesh around the wheel or the keyboard or whatever you want it to do. That area is now going to be passed through. But if you're playing with without just the side blinders, right? You just look down anyway. From what they're saying, you might be able to see your wheel pretty well anyway, right? I don't know, man. I really am. I think I need to start selling stuff quick and get rid of my Rift S. I get rid of my Quest 2, my PC. Oh, and I need my PC. I would love to. Maybe Mash can just send me his. Mash, you want to send me your Quest 2 Pro? Probably not going to happen. So, House Defender.
No, I don't think so.
No, see, come on, man.
You know what? I would though. If we almost were going to be meeting up soon. I was going to bring it with me.
Oh yeah, that's true. Into Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought about it for a minute. I wish I could, because Troy Gillis was going to drive and everything. But
I know, right? That would have been amazing.
that would have been. I think it'd be fun. I just money wise, like I was telling Mash, I said I have to take work off for like 3 days, and it's like actually almost $400. A lot of money.
Yeah, right. That's a lot, right?
Yeah.
I am going to turn the audio down a little bit so I can hear you.
Guys. Yeah.
It's a little loud for me too, but I could hear you guys way before I even had my headset on.
Did you hear us talking smack about Varia? No, just kidding.
I did.
I was trying to get. I just want somebody to send me a free quest. Who I know Zuck is out there watching the stream. What are you doing, Mark? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
We love your company.
On my B-Haptics program, it's not open anymore.
Oh yeah, you said it was open earlier, right?
Yeah, I don't know where it went. Let's see here.
It needs a secure boot disabled for proper virtual desktop compatibility. Really? Propagation does. I haven't used virtual desktop for so long. Wes and I are on complete opposite spectrums. Not because I've had problems with virtual desktop, it's just because I haven't not had problems with Airlink, so I just don't switch.
I am using Quest Pro with Airlink right now.
How's it look, Eric?
It looks freaking amazing.
Why is my eye doing a Katy Perry?
Are you doing it again?
Yeah, I don't know.
So when you're ready, Wes, I did create a room. I'll give you the game ID when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find my tact suit stuff here, man. I don't see it.
If you you should be able to just go in and type in if it's not open, you should just be able to go in and type it into your
Yeah, I'm typing in bHaptic and nothing is coming up in my Windows search. Like I don't know, I don't see it. What would it be under in my start menu, do you think?
just bHaptics. I just type in bHaptics and it shows the bHaptics app and I can click on it.
I don't see it, man. I don't know where it's at, where it went.
That's weird.
That is very weird. Come on, bro. Do this to me right now. Is there a dash maybe? Maybe I need to put that in there.
No, I don't think so. It's just BH. Oh, there's a dash? Okay, there you go. I didn't even know.
There's not, but you know what's funny is that when I searched it without the dash, it didn't come up. What it is, there's no space.
Oh, okay. I can barely hear him now, Ruuts. Can you hear him?
He's probably away from the headset. It's
because I have
okay.
Away from
is it using like
no worries.
Is it using like the side quest search, or not side quest, or the app lab?
I found
yeah,
it.
right.
I found it. Well, I thought I found it. That was the fucking installation thing. What the hell, man? Like my suit did something. Like it just vibrated.
Did it rumble? Yeah. If you turn your suit on, it should just automatically pop up on your menu.
Yeah, it didn't do that. It did that when I started the game, but not when I.
Maybe restart the game.
Will that kill the stream?
Oh well, I mean it's gonna as long as you're controlling what I see on that through the OBS Ninja. That's the beauty of it. It's like it'll go black for a second just until you restart it and relink it.
We'll try to kill the game and start it back up and see if that does it. If not, we'll just go without the haptics.
Oh, the haptics are so good though.
Are they? Do you
Wes? Does Wes have the X40 or the X16? I don't remember.
I have the 40.
So you got the better one than I do.
Hey, you need it too, Eric.
I have the 16. Yeah, I just have the 16. It's still great. I mean, I love it. It's just
do you have
the other one would be a little bit longer.
Do you have the new sleeve? No, I'm just kidding.
I want the
Hasn't
sleeve.
Came out yet? Yeah.
When's that coming?
Advanced haptics.
As soon as you get AR,
yeah.
AR in the sleeve,
it comes with it. Never have to leave your house.
Yeah.
All right, so now my Oculus is fucking up, so I'm gonna have to restart my headset. I'm gonna drop out for just a second here.
All right, we got this. Me and Eric will we'll talk to the chat about using AirLink for capturing big screen chat audio in OBS. That's what Rogue says.
Oh, you know what? I can get chat in my headset here.
That's true.
I didn't even think about that.
Can you do that in the Quest 2? Are you using the full gasket or are you using just the side things?
Oh, I wish I had the full gasket.
He doesn't have that option. Oh, Ruuts, why are you doing that to Eric, man? It's rude.
I know, right? I feel so bad now.
B-Haptics Player is the application. Okay. I heard all the good devs were from Poland and Canada.
I did hear that too.
You know what's funny is that I restarted my Oculus and my headphones never went out. I heard you guys the whole time.
Oh, well, that's
really... Oh, really?
And you had the headset on your head?
I was holding it.
Oh, that's weird. Head. That's crazy. Thank God we didn't say anything bad.
I'm restarting the game. I'm getting an error message.
What's crazy is it was running that whole time, right? Well, I guess we kind of switched it for the haptics, but
an error occurred while updating Propagation VR. What?
Oh. Well, it's a good time for an update, right?
Library, Propagation VR. Stop. Confirm.
This game would scare the other crap out of you, I think.
Do you think so?
You know what's scary about this game is you can't move. It's almost like, what was that game that the Brookhaven experiment?
Yeah.
Is there any turning in it, Matt?
You can turn. Yeah, you can turn, but you can't, like, there's no movement with your legs. So you can turn 360 and you're going to need to because they're going to come from everywhere.
You know who else comes from everywhere?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, yeah, she does.
All right. So do you have the game picture up now, Ruuts?
I do not.
All right. So I'm going to have to
resend. Yeah, do that. Yeah.
You should have audio though, right?
I'm not seeing the desktop audio come through.
That's one thing that we didn't even mention about the Pro. The audio Quest 2. I don't know what it is in the head strap, but I'm just using the regular audio. That's really, really good. How's the mic sound that's with it?
Well, you're cutting out now, but I don't know if it's the mic's fault, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
Paradise Hotel. I don't know when Paradise Hotel is coming out. It's a good question. So Dee said she's going to go in there with you tomorrow, Mash.
Will she? I would take her in here. We could do a Saturday.
Yeah,
we could do a Saturday for sure.
Do a Saturday stream.
Dee, we're gonna do this.
Heck
oh my God,
dude.
Let's do this.
I can't believe she agreed to it.
Dee, you're in? I love it.
She's in?
She's in?
Oh my God. We would have so much fun just playing through this.
She's gonna.
Because the graphics are like so realistic in this game. I mean,
hey, what's going on, Mr. Lord Beavis? D says it's lies. Come on, man. Come on, D.
Come on, man.
We're just waiting. Wes is getting Propagation VR set up, Lord Beavis, and then him and Mash are gonna crush this 30-minute experience.
Yeah. So if anybody doesn't even know, this Propagation VR started out as a demo. It was basically a tech demo that the devs put out. It's completely free to play by yourself. So if you just want to get in and do the whole demo by yourself, it's free on Steam. And then like I don't know, it was probably like a year later, Ruuts, I think, at least a year later, they basically they're selling you a patch for $10 or $9.99 that if you want to play a co-op, you can go in and do a co-op for $9.99. But for free, you can play it by yourself.
Yeah, you kind of want to go with somebody, right?
I've never done it. I remember when it came out. I mean, like me and you talked about doing it, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go pick it up,"
No,
and then we just never did it. But I'm glad we're finally getting into to do it.
I think we are.
I think we are.
We're getting in there. I'm just trying to get this friggin' vest paired up.
Mr. Lord Beavis says he bought the multiplayer. Nice. I thought I bought it, but I can't. I must have. I mean, if you bought it, then I don't see why I wouldn't have. You know?
Yeah. Well, because I wasn't sure at first. I'm like, do you need to have the multiplayer? And I think you do. So.
Well, plus you want to support the devs, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I got Pac-Man Championship Edition. That's not the same.
What you do?
Yeah, dude, that shit's whack, yo.
I want to play that.
Yeah.
I don't have your library anymore. You booted me out.
You know, I think you switched your hardware. I think we need to hook that back up.
Yeah. I gotta hook D up. Maybe we'll do that this weekend.
Yeah.
Eric, this fucking thing, it is not pairing for whatever damn reason.
Really? Is it just like spinning like it wants to pair and just won't?
It says it's paired, but it's telling me to please turn on the device and pair it. When I go into the settings, it tells me that it's paired. But I guess I'm gonna unpair it now and then
repair it.
Please turn on the device and pair it. All right, it's on.
I would unpair it and then power it down and then repower it back up.
We're about to just abort the damn vest.
Yeah, right.
All right, so I did that. It's flashing blue. Device settings.
You know where you can win a haptic vest is Q2C VR Gamer.
Really?
Yeah, starting today, the Q2C Facebook group and YouTube channel, we're giving away a X16 haptics vest from a game called Retreat. So,
wow.
Yeah. It's going to run for a few weeks and go check it out. Go get your name in there. And
who doesn't want a shot at free vest, right?
Hell yeah. And come check us out tomorrow night.
It's not obvious how to pair this thing up, Eric. And the software needs an update. Maybe that's why it's not working properly.
Oh yeah, I did do the update when I got.
Yeah, so we're just gonna say forget it. I don't want to make people wait while I update my software and do all that bullshit.
Well, how long does the update take? Just click on it and
it went pretty quick for me, but I don't know. It depends.
All right. Well, I mean, if you guys don't care to keep the show rolling, then
I think it's already been a few minutes, so I don't think a minute or two more is going to make a difference. If it works for you, you know, I think it'll be worth it. Yeah, so Tom Flesh Eater Gaming says they did a great remake in Dreams PS4. I need to go in there. Is that in VR? Now, Tom,
a remake of what?
Of Pac-Man. Let me ask you this,
really?
Tom. Why did they not do the Halloween thing in VR? Because I spent an hour to an hour and a half going through the experiences. It was pretty cool, but it was on a screen. And I don't know. I don't understand the choice they made to not put it in VR this time.
Yeah, I think that's a little weird. Like, why wouldn't they do it in VR? They've done it every year in VR since they've had it, right?
I thought that. Plus, we've got the more powerful console now. Maybe that's why they thought there'd be a divide. I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
I find it very strange, Ruuts.
Yeah. Corporate Zombie says update is like 3 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, usually didn't take long for me.
And Artful says we are a patient bunch.
But there
Wes,
was a
take your time.
firmware and a hardware update, I think.
My camera keeps going out every once in a while. Get it, man. I do get it, but I don't get it.
Could be intentional, Mash. Mash Daddy.
Mash
Cool.
Daddy.
Mash Daddy. Cool. Oh yeah. The Haunted Train in VR either. Yeah, so that's okay, so it's weird because I thought it was pretty cool, you know, and I checked out, you know, like an hour and a half of it today in on a screen. And I just thought, man, this would be so cool if I could actually be in this environment, right?
Yeah.
Overheating? Are you talking about the camera? Mr. Lord Beavis? It may or may not be overheating, or it may be a little bit of personal Ruuts time in between. It's been like 3 hours. Actually, it's almost been 3 hours. A flat screen game I think that would work with Reshade for Halloween is Chew Choice Charles, coming soon to Steam. Okay. I might have to check that out. Yeah, we're almost on Halloween, Mash. 4 more days.
I know, right?
It's crazy.
You gonna go trick-or-treating?
I don't think that. Maybe I could pretend like I'm a kid with a fake beard. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually turn my lights off. Like, don't come to my house, bro. Nobody comes to my neighborhood, but yeah, that's the problem. I see Dreams was kind of sold as, you know, down the road it's going to be in VR. Now we've got this PlayStation 5 that can actually push the graphics, and the event's not in VR. It kind of sucks, you know. I think it might have been my first time I've gone into Dreams officially. I kind of sworn I've gone into it before, but like I had to go through the whole tutorial and stuff. So much so that it took me like 35 minutes. I felt like I was in a tutorial and I couldn't get out. And at some point it let me get out. And I was like, oh, thank God. I just wanted to get to the game, the haunted house that was in VR. That wasn't in VR as it stands. Okay, Choo Choo Charles is called.
Choo Choo Charles.
Yeah, it's a horror game. It's coming to Steam. So it may work with Reshade. I think you should check it out, Mash. Let me check it out. Choo Choo Charles. Actually, let's see. Steam. There it is.
I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with the fucking Bluetooth. It's not.
Really?
Please turn on the device and pair it. The device is on, and it's just there's nothing for me to click to pair anything. It's not showing me anything. So I don't know what the deal is with it here.
All right. Here it is. Choo Choo Charles. We got it up on the stream since we're. Check this out. The trailer. And let me restart with sound. Oh, wow. You can change where the train goes.
Really?
This looks pretty cool, Mash.
Choo Choo Charles, huh?
Yeah, it's on the stream. You can watch it.
I gotta move my head. I'm in the headset.
So here's the thing, man. Like, there should be an icon here for me to click where it says, please turn on the device and pair it. There should be an icon there for me to click to pair a new device. There's not. It's just it has a turning wheel, and it just tells
So it
me
doesn't show you like the picture of the vest or anything like that.
Right, that's not there.
Yeah.
It's like I unpaired the device, and now it's not going back to like a fresh install. It's just acting like it's still looking for my device, even though it's unpaired. Bullshit.
And you have the device. You have the vest in pairing mode.
Yes. Like, I went into the settings on the PC and unpaired it a minute ago when it wasn't picking up. Like, it's so weird, man. Okay, wait, it's doing something.
You doing something?
Yeah.
Is it rumbling?
December 9th.
No, the icon shows up for a minute, and then it goes out for a minute, and then it shows up.
Oh, really? That is weird. See if you can click on it when it comes back.
Holy shit, it's connected.
Oh,
there you go.
We're here. We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. Nice.
It's going to be so worth it to the viewers.
Yeah.
Just to be able to feel your haptics.
For me to get this
Well,
thing
they're gonna get to hear your reaction, Wes, of how much you love it.
You're gonna love it.
PSVR players are like, see, this is why we don't do PCVR bullshit.
Well,
Plug and play, baby.
They got to see Choo Choo Charles, and that did look like a pretty crazy game. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Charles.
It's a game on Steam that somebody in the chat was recommending for Reshade for Halloween, even though it comes out on. Oh, it says October 8th. No, I guess that's the Steam. No, the December 9th is when it comes out. It looks pretty cool though for a flat game.
And this is a horror game, Choo Choo Charles.
Yeah, dude, you should watch the trailer, bro. It looks.
No, I couldn't. I was in the headset.
You should check it out. It's a bloodthirsty train, and you need to destroy him. Navigate a massive play area in your trusty old train. Yeah, it looked pretty cool, man. I thought. But now we're gonna move on to actual VR game that Wes.
Hell yeah, we're gonna shoot some zombies.
Yep.
And maybe some other things.
Got the game running now. I'm just gonna go into Windows.
Rogue says there's actually more people watching now than when you started getting ready. So they were just they were getting ready. And
we gained people. Oh yeah. Well, who doesn't want to just listen to Ruuts talk about Choo Choo Charles?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think it was Choo Choo
I'd
Charles.
be bringing that.
It was cool though. I like different games, you know, and the fact that like that's what's so exciting about Reshade and programs like that, to be able to bring them into VR.
Yeah, right.
And I'm hoping that Xbox app that they're going to be having soon is going to incorporate 3D at least. Can you imagine?
I want Gears of War in VR.
Like
even if I got to reshade it.
Even if they just said, "Look, we're going to let you play all these games and you can use 3D for them all," that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm having issues with OpenGL. Vulkan should work fine.
All right, Ruuts. Do you have a picture for me now?
I do.
Nice.
All right. Now let's make sure game audio is working, and we should be all set. Let me go into my.
I was gonna say I don't have audio for the game yet.
And well, we'll just redo the audio real quick. That won't take a half a second.
Ruuts, it was a good thing I drank that coffee.
Was it? Oh yeah, no shit, dude. It's like 4 a.m. Yeah, I didn't drink coffee.
I have my first meeting is at 8 a.m.
Oh, I don't
think there will be sleep in my future.
I got you beat. I have McDonald's. I gotta be spraying in 4.5 hours, I think, probably. It's all right though.
No sleep for us tonight.
Yeah, I'll get a couple hours, but it's a good excuse to go get coffee and enjoy. Yeah. Plus, I get to see the regulars at the Fountain McDonald's. They're at 6 a.m. in the morning. It's always the same old people.
Oh yeah.
They always give me the stink eye, and like, who's that guy with the beard? I always say, hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, you? Yeah, with the beard.
I don't know. Does Reshade work with Epic Games?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that. I don't think I've tried to do anything on Epic.
I usually do stuff on Steam. I mean, this is the problem. It depends on, like, there's certain games that you have to use their launcher.
Yeah, well, let's just say Reshade doesn't work with everything, right? It's only certain games anyway, so.
I'm pretty sure, well, it's through Steam, though. I was going to say, I've used it with Fall Guys.
Oh, how was it with Fall Guys?
It was pretty good. I need to actually verify that it worked, though, because now, you know, after finding out that the version that we used before automatically dismantles a multiplayer, it's a good chance it did, and I didn't really have 3D. Okay, I've got sound now, Wes.
Yeah, it was harder than it needed to be as well.
Yeah, well, it's all right. We got it done. We persevered. We said, you know what? Screw it. See, Traveling Man says Lincoln Clay's son was making a Gears of War in VR. Gamertag covered it a year ago in VR chat.
That would be awesome. It's one of my all-time favorite games, Gears of War. I loved it.
Yeah. I don't know if I played it.
Boom. Just like that. Alright, so multiplayer.
Yep. Hit join room.
What's the ID?
68166.
Is that out? Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed?
I think it is, yeah.
What? Nobody told me.
Yeah, I think it's been out for like a week or two.
There's a lot of cool Ghostbusters stuff to come out this week, actually.
Yeah, I know they're adding it.
Lethal Weasel just got logged in.
Yeah, they're adding Ghostbusters to
I'm gonna have to mute you in game, I
Fall
think.
Guys, I think.
Yeah, I've already did that. You just go into your audio settings and turn the slider down.
Got it. Done.
Eric's like, I already been on that, dude.
Chat. Ask the chat, make sure we don't have any like crazy echo on your guys' audio.
Do you guys hear any echo on anything? They shouldn't. I don't see anything because the thing is, I'm going through. I've got my own thing, and you guys are going through your own source, or through desktop. You're not going through any other way, so you shouldn't have any.
Do I have to enable bHaptics in the menu or anything, Eric?
Nope, it automatically goes in. It's native, yep. So I'm gonna hit ready whenever you're ready.
Alright, let's go.
I'm scared for you guys. Audio sounds good, or okay. There's no echo.
Oh my god.
What happened?
I've never seen that part before.
The vest does add. I can already tell you that.
Dude,
I don't see anything.
That's not in the begin. That's not in the single player.
It's black. I don't see anything.
Well, it's black right now. It's loading.
Oh. Like simmer down, Ruuts.
Simmer down.
Simmer down now. There we go. Wanted Dev Studios.
Wanted Dev.
I want a Dev Studio too.
Who doesn't?
So Wes, have you been in here at all yet? Have you even just like
No.
loaded in to check it out? Okay. You're gonna the graphics right away should like shock you, like how good it is.
D says she's out already. She's scared. It's okay, D. Don't be
Wes,
scared.
I see you. Look to your left. To your left. Other way.
Your other left. Oh, hey.
Hey, what's up? Oh, the graphics are pretty good. Your legs are kind of short. But...
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got one gun, but I see shotgun shells. What's up with
Right
that?
here. Over your back, over your shoulder. Shotgun.
How much does that say for what's going on here with this game? Eric says.
Wes.
What?
We got action.
Eric says to Wes before he comes in, wait to see how good graphics working. And Wes comes in like, yeah, it looks okay. Because Eric's using the Quest 2 Pro. Eric rubbing it in.
Reload that shotgun right away, Wes.
I have not used the shotgun yet. I've been using the pistol.
Okay.
Figure I'll know it when I need the shotgun.
The shotgun's like manual reload and pump, which is nice. It's kind of cool. Cool effect.
Unlimited ammo.
It's so dark.
Yep. Here's something. You're always gonna want to reload when you get a chance. All right, they're coming from multiple directions now.
I like the flashlight because it has a damn flashlight. I like the pistol because there's a flashlight on it.
Yeah, right. Man, the graphics are so good in this game too. And this is over like, what is it? It's over a year old.
Yeah, it's been out a while actually. I'm surprised it's taking us this long to get in.
Oh, why is he on me?
Your other gun's not loaded. Gotta keep them loaded, Wes.
Is he shooting at me?
Yes, he has a gun. Some of them are cops.
Why would the cops shoot you instead of the zombies?
Oh, behind you, Wes.
Get off me.
Does this sound scary? I can't hear it. I can see it.
Yeah, you don't hear it? Oh, it's like sounds coming from everywhere.
I don't get to hear it. I get to more of it in OBSville.
Why don't I play with my haptics vest more?
I know, right?
It works.
crazy.
It works for After the Fall, right?
For a lot of games.
Does it work for After the Fall yet?
No, I don't think so.
Man, you'd be wearing it all.
I don't even have it mod. There's not even a mod for it.
Like Alex works with them and Skeeto works with After the Fall. What is happening? Why is that not a thing?
Get off me.
Oh shit! Oh man! When you can't move and you can only spin, it just makes it more intense.
Hey, Varglesoft, how you doing? This is morning from the UK, folks.
Hey, what's up, Bargle? So behind you, Wes.
The Wes and Mash are doing Propagation VR. Well, Wes for the first time, Mash for the first time with somebody else. And they're both
with B-Haptics vest on.
Yeah, they're both wearing B-Haptics sleeve vest.
Oh, somebody's shooting.
We need to do more levels, man. This
Does it go?
awesome.
It gets
this is
harder.
free. If you want to play by yourself, this is free.
Yep. The graphics are freaking amazing.
Now, Matt, I know you're not interested in this, but I think your community would be interested in your thoughts on actually going into Beat Saber, checking it out with your new Quest Pro. Does it make you like it better? Is it better because the fidelity? Yeah, the way that the blocks feel when you slice them with the new haptics.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing! I can't wait.
It would be amazing stream.
What if I could do it in AR?
Oh, Beat Saber? That would actually be kind of cool. Wouldn't that be cool? I guarantee that comes. That has to be a thing, right? Seeing those blocks in it. Although the pass through in AR, it's the way the cameras are kind of weird, right?
Oh shit! I almost died.
You can die.
When these dudes start running at you, it's crazy.
I still want to know why they're... Oh, you mean the zombies? I've still thought that the craziest zombie movie I ever remember watching was as an adult. It was The Dawn of the Dead or whatever. The zombies were in the mall and the zombies running everywhere. I think that's scarier to me than zombies slowly moving, right? Wes's crack shot. Taking zombies out. I have no idea what Mash is doing over there.
I'm just hanging.
Just having
lunch.
Chilling. Yeah, I'm at the lunch counter. Why not?
Oh shit, Wes.
That big guy?
Oh! Oh, the Haptics just rattled like crazy there.
Yeah, I know.
Sir, we have survivors here. Lower your weapons.
Fuck my weapon.
Suck my weapon.
You know who else loves to suck a weapon?
Oh no!
Oh, dude, they just killed you.
Yeah.
Did you shoot them?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Oh, Wes!
20, 30 minutes you said. You didn't finish.
Oh no.
You have to do it again. Tom Flesh Eater Gaming says, I'm not much into stationary wave shooters, but this looks pretty fun and done well.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Don't shoot the guys though. When they tell you
Yeah,
to
don't
lower
shoot
their
the guys.
weapons, don't shoot them. Oh, we got to repair?
You know what I don't
Yeah.
understand? I really don't understand why.
Same code?
Is
No, it'll be different. Hang on. I think it'll be different. Public, no. Friends, private. Create.
the fake zombie
That was
from
the
Porky's?
tutorial.
That was the...
Yeah, right. So 76748.
I like it though. This is a fun game, and the best does add to it quite a bit.
Did you turn everything up on this, Wes, for you, or your graphics and everything?
No, I'm just running 1.0 graphics.
Okay. You can go into the
turned it
options,
down.
turning up the ultra.
I turned it down because all the shit's running on my computer. And
Oh, that's true. I forgot about you had stuff running.
stream and all that.
Like, dude, gotta see this in this high fidelity. Nobody's seeing what you're
Alright.
seeing
Well,
except
looks
for a
great,
few
man.
people, Mash. You,
That's true.
GT, Artful, the cool kids.
The cool ones.
Yeah.
Go.
The Richies. Or Smarties. Yeah,
Look
they're
where
rich.
it's- look.
Oh, that's freaky.
I see. I don't get to see that.
Oh, really? You saw
Yeah,
a black screen?
I
You
saw
don't see
black
that thing?
screen. Yeah. You know, maybe I should just go to Best Buy and snag one for a quick turnaround.
Yeah, for a while, right?
Just for a couple
Or
weeks.
we get it from Amazon. That way, you're only paying $100 a month, and then by month 3, we just send it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say with Amazon, you get to like January,
So where you got to pay for it?
to where you got to. I think you can send it back within like 3 months or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's true. You got a longer date, right?
Yeah.
Dee says she's out again. Did she?
Oh, dude, you're in for this one. Come on
Come
now.
on.
I mean, if you can do it after the fall, you can do this.
Yeah, this is nothing.
Wes, you haven't seen anything yet.
You guys just did like
Alright.
20 minutes.
Yeah, but it gets worse,
What?
and it's not. It's you'll see.
Can't wait to the Paradise Hotel or whatever it's called.
I know, right?
I know. This is a smart way to, to do it, right? Give the first initial game free, charge for the multiplayer, and then everybody loves it. And then you tell people you're making another game, like a more, fleshed out game, and then
look at the gun, Wes. Like, look at the gun up close. Look how good it looks.
He doesn't have your graphics, Eric. He's got 1.0.
It looks great, man.
It looks so good. I mean, the weapon mechanics are really good.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not
You're
playing on my Quest Pro or anything.
Yeah, you're seeing a completely different experience on the pancake lenses.
I want this in mixed reality, Quest Pro.
The Death Horizon dude's working on that stuff.
Yeah, that was actually on the remember I told you about that menu in the Quest Pro
that was on the menu,
that was listed on there.
Demio wasn't.
Yeah, really.
What is going on?
Squirming prick.
I'm almost gonna use the pistol more. It's got better range and
Yeah, that's
you
what
can
I've
fire
been doing.
wicked fast.
Yeah,
I mean, eventually you're gonna need the shotgun, but
right.
we gotta kill this big guy.
This is the reality, Artful. There's nothing wrong with it. You work hard, you spend your money. I work hard. I bought a 3080 Ti when I wanted to spend a big chunk of money and a processor and all that stuff. So it's like, people can say it's crazy to spend that kind of money, but we all do on whatever's important, right? To us. I do. If I could have it, if Meta reached out and said, "Here, Ruuts, I want you to represent us and take this headset," I'd be like, "Thank you." Let's talk about it. Tell people how much I love it and hate it. Well, and I don't know, Tom. They may implement. Does the next game Paradise, or is it Paradise Hotel? Is that what you said?
Bullet sponge.
Is it supposed to be like moving around with locomotion, or is it something like this still?
I know, right? You really need these headshots here, though.
Can you steady the gun? You can't steady the gun with your offhand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it, but just for more of my aiming than the actual game.
This is the way I look at it, as far as hardcore people getting the headsets and stuff. I think people bust their ass to get to the point where they can get it for free, MBS. But I think it's cool. I think it's only, some people would be envious, but I don't. I think that's wrong. Like, these people bust their ass to get their way. I'm not doing the same shit everybody that gets headsets are doing. I'm just sitting here chilling. So, say hats off to Eric.
I'm trying to move now.
For putting himself into a position where he can get one. Cool.
Yeah, I just got very lucky that I'm working in the virtual reality field now, or I probably would not have one.
I just think it's, but you put yourself in that out there to get to where you're at. So you work it.
It's getting hectic.
It's getting crazy. See, I don't see that. I just see a nice, calm, cool, collected Wes.
You're just like, yeah, it's just a nice subway. Day in a subway.
He's just picking them off one at a time. So I don't see much action going on. It's so dark too, at least, and I'm seeing it on this small little screen. But it doesn't look chaotic until something comes on Wes's back. Sounds horrible. Comes up from behind. Absolutely harmful. Absolutely, I agree. 100%.
I'm getting overrun almost.
That's true. Think of how much Meta will love him when he plays Beat Saber and AR. I think Beat Saber and AR actually sounds really cool for some reason. And different, right, Eric?
Ooh, Wes.
Said Beat Saber charity stream for every hour. Eric plays Beat Saber. People pledge money.
Oh, it's coming.
For kids with cancer or something, some kind of a good cause. And then Eric has to. Yeah, my camera went out. I'm still hearing the spirit. Looks like the reloading mechanic's pretty good, Wes, huh? Easy. I mean, shotgun's a little bit more.
Yeah, it's easy to reload.
Yeah, you don't have to like cock the weapon or anything. You're just basically putting the clip in.
It's so hectic. I can't imagine if you had that. I mean, you could, but Synth Rider's AR is what I want now. The audio and the Quest Pro and Synth Riders is fantastic. Yeah, Synth Riders is probably the best rhythm game out there. The experience.
Yes, don't shoot the guys.
So what happens if you shoot them?
Oh, the haptics right there when he explodes are great.
What happens when you shoot the guys?
Sir, we have survivors here.
Don't shoot the guys.
No, did they?
Put your guns away, Wes. Put your guns away.
Did it kill you?
Well, I shot them with the pistol last time. They won't be able to take the shotgun.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, okay. So they're good, or they're?
What the hell are you doing here?
It moves, sir.
Please excuse me.
Well, I told you I thought it was kind of weird that you'd have zombies invading and you'd be fighting each other, but I guess it could
This
happen.
virus doesn't just bring back the dead. The lab discovered some cases of mutations.
Why don't we have this in a full-fledged game right now, Wes? I mean,
coming.
look at the detail on the uniforms of these dudes.
He doesn't have the Quest 2 Pro.
We'll have to get the generator back up.
I will say this.
You two, hold the position.
The
Sir, Cooper,
being
come with me.
stationary allows them a
Helps.
little more overhead.
Yeah, sure. Well, give me a full-fledged game then. Give me a full. I don't care.
How many
right.
games?
Put me in
we
different
tried.
give me a Brookhaven. You know what I mean? Where you're still moving environments, but you still can't move when you're in that environment.
What the
I want a Jurassic Park type of game, like you know that you get in one of those things at the arcade, you know, and it.
We should go check.
Those were cool wave shooters, right?
Come on.
Those wave
Yeah.
pumping
Oh
quarters.
yeah,
and
those were
things.
awesome. Yeah, where you like you're in the back of a car or the Jeep and you're shooting.
Artful says that it's coming at Paradise
Let's just tell them
Hotel.
we can take him.
Let's take him. We're gonna have to take him in a minute. Did it get dark in here too? It's darker than it was
It is
before.
darker.
Yeah, it's definitely darker. Yeah.
We're not gonna be able to see him coming now.
What?
If you grab a shotgun, you won't.
You got this, Smash. Don't be scared.
Those guys are fucked, dude.
That's not your problem.
You hear that? Hear that?
Dude. Shit. Get off me.
Damn, that guy was in your face, bro.
Yeah, he was. Look at him. He's got a big smile on his face.
Can you heal yourself, or?
Oh, you healed back over time.
Oh, okay.
They're harder to kill now.
Yes, they are very much.
And you
harder
can't
to get.
see now because it's dark, so you have to use your flashlight.
So you have to use a pistol.
Yeah, at least one of you do. I mean, maybe more when they start coming from all directions.
So when is this going to be multiplayer with 3 people? So we can all
that
go
would be
out.
sweet.
And then you can
I'm
get
down.
yeah.
We need to get in and try Requisition out again now that it's, you know, got all
Yeah.
the extra content.
That's
There's
true.
one coming
I
from over
wonder
there.
how good that looks, Smash, in your Quest 2 Pro. paired up with their 3080 Ti for the Win Ultra 3.
Oh, right behind you, Wes. On the ground. Oh, behind you. I hear lots of shit.
Don't crawl at me.
Oh no. As soon as you start shooting them, they crawl faster.
Oh yeah, they're like a spider scurrying across the floor. It is rude of you guys to kill that innocent little cute spider.
The triggers on these this Quest Pro controllers are way better than the.
How would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? How much better?
The triggers themselves?
Yeah, just like the feeling of the gun.
Probably like a 8.
Oh, wow.
I think my Rift controllers are the best because they're PCVR.
That's right, and they didn't cost $15, I guess $300. I am. Maybe I should just get the controllers. But if I'm gonna get the controllers, I'll just get the headset. Why not? The world's coming to an end. Or he's crashing. Well, hopefully not. Propagation Paradise Hotel due spring 2023. Probably a PC and PSVR title.
Oh my god, I almost died.
Don't
Yeah,
die.
I'm about to die right now.
Yeah, don't die,
Holy
you guys.
shit.
You guys gotta finish this thing. He said 30 minutes, right?
No. I've never played multiplayer, so I don't know if it takes any longer or not.
Gotta
Seems
make
like the
sure
levels are
everything's-
lasting longer.
You gotta make sure both of your weapons are fully loaded before you start shooting at something.
I would have thought with as much experience as you guys have in After the Call, this would be easy cake for you. Easy sauce.
Awesome sauce?
Awesome sauce. You need D in there.
I think maybe we should double team these dudes when they start running. Instead of shooting and having 2 of them coming at us, we should pick one.
Oh, running.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, behind you. Right here in front. Right over here. Right in front here. 2 of them.
That guy looked pissed.
Over here. God damn.
I gotta reload.
Oh.
You better get his back.
All sides. Oh, right here, Wes, behind me. In the front. Right here, I'm to my right. Right over here to my back. Behind you. 2 of them.
They're going to you.
I know, right? Oh shit. Oh shit. Wes! I'm gonna die.
Don't die.
Oh, I'm almost dead.
Crap, I got one on me now. I gotta reload my shotgun, dude.
Yeah, I gotta get my shotgun out.
This is crazy.
Behind me, 2 of them.
House of the Dead on Dreamcast. That's right. Yeah, that would. The House of the Dead was actually is a pretty good arcade version too, right?
What the hell?
Oh, what was that?
I don't know, but it was bright.
Lights are back on.
Oh, yeah, lights are back.
Oh my god, dude. That was intense.
You did it.
It wasn't crazy.
You did it!
No, House of the Dead, for what it's worth, I think can be played in limited VR by using Dolphin VR emulator and playing the Wii version.
That would be cool. Oh
shit.
Spiders. Radio Run's fave.
Hey, what did you do to my men? Chica, no! Get them off! Get them off!
You're right. I wonder if these are the kind of spiders that Anthony, remember he said they look like black widows, like real spiders. He couldn't do it. But if they look like fake spiders, he was fine. Alien spiders. What do they look like? Big black widows? You got 98 pence. Don't die.
If Radio Rut was here, he'd say, "Don't die, Mash."
Yeah, the little one. Oh, now there's a big one. Oh my god, dude, they're all over Mac. Mac, watch out, bro. Man, that's brutal, Wes. You have to reload, but it's like, you have to do it. Paradise Decay wants to know if you got the Pro. Master's using the Pro right now. Wes and I did not get the Pro because nobody's nice about it. It's a lot of money. I would love to have the Pro. Put a good word in for us. Talking about how amazing it looks. Smash, how does the game look? Good. Don't die. I think they should change the after the fall to this kind of shotgun reload. One at a time. You guys have plenty of time in after the fall to reload, right? How many rounds are there? The box. Hit the red. Oh. Don't die.
This man, don't die.
You got it? You guys killed it? Oh my god. If you saw a spider like that coming into your house, Mash.
Oh, they're coming out. Oh shit.
You can't.
It climbed up the ceiling. It's in the roof. This is like Resident Evil.
Wes! Oh my god. Oh shit.
PD says he got he has a tracking number. His Quest Pro is on the way.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta hit the weak spots, Wes.
Burn the
on the body.
D says to burn the effing house down. Yeah, if I saw that spider or that thing in my house, I'm probably inclined to burn it down as well.
Why is it always going after me?
Because you're the host.
Yeah.
On his belly, on his belly. Oh, no, it's on its arms again.
Yep, they're growing back. We're about to die.
Hit the weak spot. Looks crazy.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm about dead. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
It's the last boss.
What's he doing?
Getting pissed off, dude.
Ooh, train.
Tick tock. 12
Ooh.
o'clock.
Holy crap.
Time to go to bed.
Wes?
Oh.
Do you guys want to do a control? A corporate zombie wants you to do a controller task, putting your hands behind your controllers, look at each other, and then
Put the controller in your asshole.
No,
put it behind my head.
You gotta wait. Oh, you guys finished.
Whoa, look at that.
I was gonna say I wanted to see it in the middle of action.
That was insane, dude.
You can turn the difficulty up.
Oh yeah, there's 4 difficulty levels.
Was that the easiest one?
I know. I think we were on normal. It was easy, normal, hard, and like insane or something like that.
Oh shit.
That was normal.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. This is a free game.
It's free. Yeah, it's free to play by yourself. It's $10 if you want to
play with
a friend, unless you find a key on a sketchy website, which might have them for $2.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, and each of you has to have your own key.
Is that true?
I believe so. I think it is.
I think you do, yeah. I think you each have to have their own key, yeah.
Worth it.
Animo Studio says morning from Europe. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, how you doing? Well, actually, there's no gameplay anymore. Now it's just me. Let me switch back.
Roots in the darkness.
Oh, wait, there's some.
All right.
That was
back
it.
to the cameras and wrap it up.
Yeah.
And we'll be right there.
I'm by myself for a second here. What's up, guys? Yeah, so they just finished playing some Propagation VR, which is $10 if you want to play it together with a friend. Free if you don't. And Paradise Decay, dude. Paradise, are you so excited, man? You got to be so excited. Your pro's on the way. He's like, I know that stage. That's all you're thinking about for the next couple days, or however long it takes to get there. Then you're going to be proing it out and enjoying it. It's going to be amazing.
All right, so I think I'm back.
Yes, you are back. MASH is not back, though.
So when we were planning this episode, I was worried that we weren't going to have enough content to do a long enough episode. I thought like maybe we might be done in an hour or something.
4 hours.
What happened?
3 hours, 42 minutes later. I'll tell you what happened. The Quest 2 Pro happened. GT happened.
Yeah.
2 hours of conversation about the Quest 2. And then that was like supposed to be a small little tidbit. As a matter of fact, it was added at the end, right? We weren't even sure if MASH had spent enough time to want to talk about it yet. So
this is the type of stuff that happens on our channel here. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to pop in. You know, we'll be talking to Gamertag VR 1 minute and playing fucking a game the next minute with our haptic suits on. That's what we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Anyway, I think that's about it. You guys have anything else you want to do before we sign off?
No, I think that's about it. And unless you got something, MASH. Oh, MASH is back. What's up, MASH? He's got his vest on. Looks like he's going to war. You both have your vest on. I didn't even notice Wes's vest is wearing there too.
That was fun.
It was fun. That makes me want to.
I still have 2 bars of my battery left. My Bobo battery.
Battery.
Bobo.
So that means that was a 20-minute game. Or 30 minutes after I killed the guy. So that means that you could make it potentially a little over an hour.
Absolutely. That's pretty good for a free game, right?
Yeah, man. It was really good, actually. It makes you wish that there were more levels and that there were some upgrade paths with the weapons. But certainly makes me more excited for
Paradise Hotel.
For the Paradise Hotel. Yeah. And it makes me more excited to play with my haptic suit a little bit more.
Yeah.
Now that it works.
Now that you know how to get it working, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're selling it in the wheel to get your Quest 2 Pro.
That's never going to happen. Never going to happen. I might not use this stuff all that much yet, but I bought it for a reason. It's because I want to use it. That's just, you know how it goes.
Well, look how much fun you just had in your vest. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm not selling this stuff.
You need to go into Pop 1. I've heard it's pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, Pop 1's good.
Never used a vest.
You have to side load Pop 1 though. You fuse a melon loader and side load it.
I'm waiting for Mash to upgrade to a 40, and then he can
give
me the 16. Yeah.
Yeah. Good idea.
No, the Pop 1's about to get a lot better too.
Sure.
With the the sandbox, that they're gonna unlock all these new levels and shit for it. It's gonna be crazy.
For which one? For
Pop 1.
Oh yeah, that's
sandbox
crazy.
mode now.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, they're doing user created levels on it now. Oh, it's gonna be pretty solid, yo.
Yep.
Anyway, you guys know what to do. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, you're probably thinking, what the fuck is going on? Subscribe. And, of course, you know all this stuff, man. If you want to do a little something extra, you can support us on Patreon. $3 per month. That's all we ask. You get exclusive content. You get our weekly show notes. You get insider updates, all that. Less than $1 per week. And you get our eternal gratitude for helping us build up our empire $1 at a time.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want to talk to us about Here They Lie or Propagation or anything else, you can hit us up on the Discord, where we lurk 24/7, overseeing things, making sure that the peace is kept, and most of the time it is. So click the link down below, free invitation to join, and we will see you in there.
Yep.
I think that's it. With that said, friends, I'd like to thank you all once again for watching. For Ruuts and Eric, I'm Wes. We'll see you on Sunday. Bye.
And I'm just double checking the outro. Hopefully it's the right one.